Evening, everybody. How are we? Welcome along. It is Monday evening, which means it's the start of a brand new week. Hope everyone's well. Hope everyone enjoyed the weekend streams, little bonuses that we had there. Now we're in charge of Portadown, of course. Left our home in Banbridge. We've now settled ourselves up in Portadown, and unfortunately, we just missed out on the playoff group according to how the league was set up last night. So we've got 5 essentially exhibition matches to play out tonight. But then we've got the important one, and that is summer recruitment. So let's have a little nosy, shall we? Appreciate that, Rajio. Thank you very much. Tonight we get some love for the cap. Right, okay. Yesterday it was all Braves hate, which again was just like, I just bought a hat. I didn't think it through. I just bought a hat. But we love the Giants cap. That's cool, right? Giants are good, right? San Fran all the way around here, okay? So obviously we're 49ers fans in the NFL. Thought, you know what, let's get a Giants cap for the old baseball thing. And as I said last night, I don't got a baseball team. So yeah, we got ourselves a little bit of heat last night, but never mind. We're big enough and old enough and ugly enough to get past that. Evening 8:15. How are you, my man? Welcome in. Vinny for the win, by the way. Welcome in all the way from Australia. Pleasure to have you in here tonight. Rooney, of course, representing over in America as well. So it's nice to see everyone transatlantic tonight. Rogie, of course. Evening, Chief. How are you, my man? Excuse me, just a little burp there. Apologies for that. Who should we sign, Rogie? Who should we sign? Give me the big man. Give me the big man that we need right now. And while we do that, I'm going to tell you, we took someone on trial last night as well. Just as we were logging off. Doogie Wilson. Sign Pulisic. Could you imagine? If we got Christian Pulisic in? What a player that would be, to be honest. I think we could have a look at him. He might be quite good, you know. I think he's the GOAT. That's what everyone says. This guy, however, I took on trial last night. Doogie Wilson. He can play playmaker. He's 6'1". He might be a little bit out of our price range potentially, but he's Premier League level, or Northern Irish Premier League level, I should say. Sorry, for anyone who's brand new to the stream. He has come from Ballymena, been released. He's also played at Dungannon, and he's played at Hull as well. Evening, Gitos. How are you, pal? So, 32 years old, could be an interesting addition to the midfield, maybe, if finances allow. So we'll have a little look and see what he's like. Free transfer deadline is tonight. It probably won't surprise you, no, but I don't think we've got anyone in the top 50 wonder kids in football. There's a lad here at Airdrie, though, Martin Boyle. I reckon he's going to go all the way, so that's pretty impressive. Okay, so he's one of the top 50 lads. There's a lad at Villa. There's a lad at called Tawndry over at Familiar Cow. So don't know how good he's going to be. He's on loan from Wolves, to be honest. So that's an interesting one. There's one at Burnley, Hoffenheim, Slovakia, Sparta Prague. It's unlikely we're going to see anybody flag up here at Portadown. Just taking a look. No, it's not. No Portadown players on the top 50 players in Europe this year, believe it or not. I think it's bullshit. Matthew Blake. Now, we've had a lot of success with the Matthew Blake previously. It's not the Matthew Blake, unfortunately. It's not Blakey. But he looks pretty decent, doesn't it? And that's not the right Martin Boyle. Absolutely. It's a different Martin Boyle, 100%. Completely different one. But you know what? At 16 years old, he might be right. Let's put a little marker on him. You never know, right? But yeah, we have, as I say, we've got 5 essentially exhibition matches. We play Dundela, then we play we've got Dundela, Institute, Dirge, Banbridge, and Dolinstown. After that, we'll just do some recruitment. So a proper chilled out stream tonight, to be honest. So feet up, get yourselves a coffee or whatever. Let's just hang fire, shall we? We've got some new youth players coming through. Excellent new youth take day. It's only a good intake today. It's not the elite intake that we used to get at Banbridge, but that's because obviously at Banbridge, anybody turning up was amazing. Michael G says, away at Leverkusen, I need to win. Cole need to lose. My left back and both my centre backs are suspended. My goalkeeper has got food poisoning. That's how Monday is going. How's yours? Mate, that sounds brutal. As Rogie says, that's the lasagna gate has happened, hasn't it? You've properly got a bit of that going on. I suspect foul play. Are you playing the German West Ham by any chance? That's what you might want to double check. So let's see what we're looking like then in terms of youngsters coming through. So we've got here O'Sheen McCartney. First one we'll have a little nosy at. See if this guy's got the ability. I mean, 6'3" and he's 15. And he's a centre half. That, I mean, there's a lot of things I like already about that. There is, of course, the slight issue that he only, that his marking's only 6, his tackling's 9. His work rate's good, his determination's good though, so maybe he might develop. You never know. They're talking about potentially becoming a 4-star for our level. So we'll see how that actually transpires essentially into the real world. Rasmus Hoyland got me through this game, hopefully. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. So you're saying I could walk to Banbridge at this point and make the team. Rooney, you probably could, to be honest. You probably could. So this is Craig Mullen, 5'7", 15 years old, midfielder. First touch of 10, passing of 12, positioning of 9, leadership of 13, composure of 12. He might be all right. He might be okay. I don't think he's particularly brilliant. I don't think that what we're getting here is an elite level of youngsters. I think that there's players here who might be able to just about do a job or can come in as backups. So, you know, it's yeah. I don't think we're blessed this season, which is fine. You know, you can't always have, you know, exceptional youth intakes, can you? Half a star. Yeah, I think we've probably got about right, to be honest there. You know, where the foreign lads do Portadown have a Brexit youth prospect, youth recruitment. I think they do. There's an English lad in there, you know, Josh Manning. He's snuck through, but he's from Newcastle as well. Evening Fraser. So no, we didn't get sacked from Banbridge. We left Banbridge because we figured that we couldn't really take them much further. We thought we were getting towards our glass ceiling with Banbridge, and we were like, I don't really think we're going to be able to do much in terms of like progression with them. So when we thought about it, we were like, is it time to just move on? And obviously, Portadown are probably the biggest club in the division. So we thought, you know what, we could actually hop across and do that. So this is where we are. We've moved across to Portadown, and where we started was 10th. Where we finished was 7th. We actually finished above Banbridge. Did draw 0-0 with them on the final day of the season, but have we been sacked at all on FM23? I mean, apart from Arsenal, no. So obviously we were sacked in the beta. But that doesn't really count. That's the beta, innit, you know. But yeah, at the minute, Fraser, no, not yet. Not been sacked yet. But of course, yet is the key word, right? So the expectations for Portadown going forward are going to be bigger than at Banbridge. That's the problem. Apart from the team that sacked me, we've not been sacked. Exactly, Rogie. Exactly. I don't understand what people can't get from that. That's clearly the most obvious thing I've ever said. In the world. Right, let's sign those youth players in. As I say, five kickabouts, and then we can go and buy some players. I also, you'll be interested in this. I've also been playing about with my Sunderland save, and I may don't say it too loudly, but I may have just about got a 4-3-3 working that I like. So I'm very, very happy about that. Very happy indeed. Selby in with the prime. Appreciate Selby. Very kind indeed. Thank you for the support. Very much appreciated, obviously. As you know, any primes or any subs go straight back into helping the channel. So thank you very much for that. What we got there? Fraser says, well, you've done better than me, mate. I gave up the British Steel and I do an Argyle save. I saw that you went back to Argyle, yeah. I can't believe you've given up on the Steel challenge already, you know. It's there's a long way to go. There's a long way to go. You've got plenty of time. You can still do the Steel challenge, right? Doogie's come in. Doogie's C+. Okay, good. Bit of experience in the midfield. That'll replace the experience we're going to lack when Knowles leaves, unfortunately, because he's about to retire. So we're going to replace him with this guy here, Doogie Wilson, who's probably relatively similar, like for like, really. Actually, a tiny bit faster, tiny bit better defensively, better in the air, better technically, better vision. Not quite as physical, but, you know, what in the dark arts, is this a working 4-3-3? Is it strikerless or some sort of Dave Goodger asymmetric? No, it's a proper one. It's a proper one and everything. Let me show you, right? And this is what I've been working with, okay? Now, as I say, I've done it with Sunderland as well. So that's how it looks, okay? So it looks like that. It's fairly straightforward. It's not massively complex, but the key part is this triangle here. So I've got my DM and my DLP, so I've got my double pivot. I've got my central midfielder on support as well. I've got a complete wing back here because I've got Calvin Ramsey, the Scottish wing back, who is not really doing very well, to be honest. Now, they say he's a complete wing back, so I've been playing it with that, but he doesn't quite fit there, so I'm having to drop in a normal wing back in, but he's still sort of on that complete wing back duty. Full back on attack is getting up and going to the byline. Winger on attack as well is doing the same thing. But this is my little one. I've changed it recently to a trequartista in there, and it's really helping. It's really helping. Like, I've got Jack Clark out there who's having a great time as a trequartista, and I'm not sure he's sort of like you would say he is a trek, but he's having a great time. And Ross Stewart has now got me up to like 16 goals, I think, to be honest, now that I'm playing him as a pressing forward on his own. So it seems to be working quite nicely. The Trek compared to an inside forward. So Trek basically says here, operates in attacking midfield or centre forward positions, similar to an advanced playmaker, in that he aims to drop into the holes between the opposition's midfield and defence. Trequartista does less defensively and simply drifts around looking for space when the team's not in possession. So he's coming inside, he's looking for balls to try and get in there. Bryn Owen, by the way, appreciate the follow. I didn't actually see that in there, but thank you for that. Very kind indeed. So basically, when we're defending, he's a little bit of a lost cause, but he is searching for space up top. Of course, when it's an inside forward, they're just cutting inside. So inverted winger, sorry. They're cut inside, they're opening up, they're looking for overlaps on the fullbacks, to be honest. They're more inside, so they're always going to be inside, rather than occasionally being able to drift back out. So yeah, no, I'm quite impressed. I've managed to get that working. So maybe, who knows, maybe in the future we can go to some futuristic formation that has like only 3 midfielders, technically only 1 striker as well. So we'll see. And I'll show you as well what I'm trying to work on as well. And this is absolute, can't really get it working just yet. Where is it? Magpie Tristan in with a gifted sub. Appreciate you, Tristan. That's very kind. Thank you very much for that, buddy. Absolute pleasure. What have I saved my one that I've got at, I don't even think I've saved. I've not saved the tactic yet for Wednesday, but yeah, I'm trying a 3-5. Sorry, yeah, 3-5-1-2 possibly. I guess that's probably the best way of describing it. So yeah, I'll get that saved up and loaded in, and you can have a little look at that and see what you fancy. We'll have a look at that on Wednesday or something. But yeah, I was well impressed with that sort of 4-3-3. I was just like, oh, hang on, I think we only lost like 3 games in 20 matches or something. So yeah, very happy indeed with that. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, we're back to 4-4-2. We're back to Northern Ireland. We're back to things that are familiar. Do you know what I mean? Like, back to like, oh, it's okay, Tony. You don't have to go to the dark place and learn all these crazy new formations. Just you come back here. You settle yourself into your 4-4-2. Everything's going to be fine. Right? We're going to have a lovely time. And we are going to have a lovely time. We're going to have a really lovely time doing that. Now, obviously, you can see anyone who's new to the stream is already working out going, we appear to have a lot of players on loan. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Lots of players on loan. That's going to be a potential problem for next season when we start to plan, because a lot of these guys obviously aren't going to be around, sadly. Particularly Conal Curran, who's a bit of a bit of a goal scoring sensation for us, to be honest. So we'll try our best to lock him back down. Raggio, love the idea of a 4-3-3, but I have a severe allergy to a single striker formation. To be honest, so do I, Raggio, really. But I was just trying everything. Like I was starting onto a sort of like, I started obviously 4-4-2, then I went to 4-4-1-1, and then I was like, something just didn't quite click. We weren't really creating a lot. We're finished mid-table, so it's not like we were sort of out of our depth or anything. But I was like, there must be something. You know what I mean? Like, and then we sort of stumbled across that 4-3-3, and then even then I was like tweaking it, and then the Trequartista role itself was sort of like a bit of a late addition, and I was like, ooh, actually, maybe there's something in this. So yeah, we'll see. RC, how can we move? Is it a better overall team? This is a better overall team, yeah. Much better than Banbridge have got. We are signing Soup in the summer as well, so Soup is coming across, so don't worry about that. We will be bringing at least one player with us. We're trying to get DJ Pedro as well, but yeah, Soup's definitely on his way over, so that's good. But we just figured that this has got us a better chance of getting more silverware going forward, to be honest. And yeah, always loans, Dan. Like, everyone knows that, you know. If you've got no money, you have to get loan players in. Like, the best league to do it in, Italy, because there's no loan restrictions, and Indonesia, obviously. So, as you've probably worked out, the last couple of times saves we've done, Indonesia and Italy. So use the loans to your advantage. Obviously as well, trial players in, that's better than scouting, right? Free scouting, in fact. Hat collection is expanding slightly, yeah, and worse than Zealand with loans, a second yellow card in his loan farm. That's the thing, yeah, I haven't quite got to that level yet, but maybe we might have to, though, you know, in the future, if we get to a point where we have to be getting into let's say we get like a good setup and we're like, right, maybe Scotland's the way we do the loan farm, and we sort of go, right, that's how we cultivate our team going forward. I don't know, I'm speculating at this point, but in Northern Ireland at the minute, let's use as many loans as we can, and let's go for it. As I say, 5 matches left. We've got that's a nice little formation as well, to be honest. Matt was extreme, loaning 15 players to one team for 15 years. Yeah, well, that's obviously the whole point of the Build a Nation, though, isn't it? That's the thing, is to make sure that the players stay within the leagues. So that's kind of how you do that Build a Nation save, which, again, maybe that's something we look at next year. We'll see if we can actually do it, because obviously we thought about that with Indonesia last year and it didn't quite work out the way we either wanted to or thought about. But actually, you know what, maybe Build a Nation's not quite for us, I don't think. I think we need a bit of variety. I think we're a journeyman deep down, aren't we? You know, not even deep down, just like literally scratching the surface. Even Slab Chan, how are you, buddy? Welcome in. Yeah, we're very much journeyman, or we're this I'm enjoying, though, by the way, this British Steel. I'm definitely enjoying this as a challenge. I know there's been people who sort of like been doing it offline, like Fraser says he's done a little bit, to be honest. Cass, of course, who's in the chat a lot, they've done a great deal of work so far on the British Steel, so it does seem to have ignited a little bit of interest in people. I think Raggio had a goal, penalty. Trying out Lelujo, non-league to legend, streamed for 10 minutes, coughed every 2 minutes, gave up. Yeah, that's gonna do it. RC. That's not it. Get in. Robinson opens the scoring. What a penalty as well, but he smashed it as hard as he possibly can. Not good. Your washing machine's broke, Slab Chan. That's terrible, especially this time of year as well. That's awful. One of the things I do in FM is recruit for youth teams, even in this British Steel Challenge. See Raggio looking out for the future generations. That's what it is. So hard and crap, I made a decision to go to Buxton, which took the fun out of it. That's the problem with this one, though. That is the problem. The pitfall is, if you move, you kind of have to be like selective of when you move, and you've got to be okay with the fact that a move could be a bad idea. And at that point, you're then going, oh, what do we do? And how do you move? Stedman, not a bad effort, that, mind. Just gone wide. Because obviously there's the thing, you know, like we don't do a good thing with Banbridge. There's no way they were going to sack us ever. Like, you know, we would just literally, we could have pretty much had a job for life, I think, to be honest, given the fact that we took them from the 3rd division, like, you know, and stabilised them in the Championship. So I don't really think there was an issue there, but we figured we had to start to look to try and get some silverware, really. So Portadown is a better prospect, so we've had to move, but with that comes a higher level of expectation, and if that backfires and we start to struggle next season, then we could be out of a job. At that point, Northern Ireland then becomes pretty much off the table, you know, and we may have to move nations at that point, especially given the fact that the last couple of streams we've all been kind of like, before we get to Portadown, we were like, should we do the Republic of Ireland? That might be a good idea, like, because obviously the other options didn't particularly look appealing at this point. Dalby does look like a good target for this level. I think you're right. A15. I think he's big and strong. He might be more of a pressing forward than a target forward when he's designed as a target forward, but we'll see what we can do with him. But he's certainly got all the attributes for us, and that's what we want. We want him and Curran appear to look like they've got a decent partnership going on at the minute. So we need to hopefully harness that. Try and see if that can convince Curran to stay for another season. There goes Dalby. There he is. Blocked already, unfortunately. Raggio still going on British Steel. Just started season 5. Good work. RC had that in Milan. Hated it. Resigned after 5 months. See, sometimes the clubs just don't fit, doesn't it? That's the problem. Leclosian, welcome in. Nice to see you. Slavchan, part of the inner ceiling, appears to have popped out and messed this. Ooh, oh yeah. Inner ceiling and washing machines. That's when everything bad happens. It's messed the ceiling of the door and our drum's really loose. Yeah, has it leaked as well? Because if it has, that's not good. Especially at Christmas, you don't want that. You know what I mean? Oh, he's gone through the back of him. That's a red card, surely. He's gone. Second yellow. He's away. RC in with the sub. Thank you, RC. Very kind indeed. Appreciate the support. Curran. 2-0. Someone leaked through the door. That's good. That's good, because the last thing you want is like getting a flood in the kitchen, because it's just like awful. You can't dry it out in a minute either, because it's just going to cost you a fortune as well, isn't it? You know. Wilson with the ball in. Doogie Wilson, first assist. Nice ball in for Curran. On the head. In it goes. I appreciate that, RC. Thank you. That's very kind indeed. Robinson swings the corner in. Knocked away. Stedman has it. Toulouse. I mean, mate. That's wild, right? That's a wild attempt. Robinson swings it in. Dalby with a header. The surround sound striker. Disallowed? Oh, come off it. He is only just off though, innit? Great header though. It's a shame it's been disallowed, but good ball through. Crackard, Bryn. Williams launches it through. Good tackle. And we've just about got enough bodies in there to go away, haven't we? That's what we want. Decent defending. Even the mad-head goalkeeper hasn't had to do anything today, which is impressive. Three points. If we can take this level of form into next season, I think we've got a decent shot, you know. Like, we started 10th. Now, this is obviously what's come in terms of like our, since we took over. So we took over here against Institute, right? Before we turned up, it's not looking great. Like, you know, one win, 2 wins, 3 wins, 4 wins in the league, 5 wins in the league, sorry. Ironically against Banbridge. So yeah, 5 wins in the league. Then we turn up here at this point against the Institute, and we've put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, now 7 wins in the league, and only 2 defeats. So, and 1's in the cup. So we've had 1 defeat in the league since we've turned up. So that's not bad. It's not a bad return. think the Portadown fans will be relatively happy with that one, to be honest. So, match against Institute, then against Dirge. Then I think it's Banbridge, and then it's one more, and that's us done. Watching you for tips now as I've joined Portadown, start of season 4. Nice, excellent. Be interesting to see where you who you've got on your team then. And are they still in the Premiership as well? I guess is the question. Are they still in the Premier League, or have they been relegated to the Championship? Because again, we've obviously got a team in the Championship at this point. It'd be interesting if you've been relegated at the same time as well. Well, I think we keep that as it is. I think Calderwood, however, might need to have a switch over. He's knackered. Stedman didn't do great, so we'll put Greenlee on actually in place of him. Keep Johnny Maddard in goal. Try that. Carry on the last performance, that's what we want. Just keep getting the victories, boys. That's all we need. You know? Let's just roll it through. A bit of a twist here. I relegated them in the relegating playoff with Limavardi. Oh, wow. So you've left Limavardi to go to Portadown, having relegated them. That's pretty good narrative. I like that. Cullen got beat 2-0 and I won by scoring the 83rd and 86th minute. Nice work, Michael. Very nice work indeed. GG's, buddy. Alright, corner for Institute. Headed away. Nicely cleared. Might have to go at this personally, says RC. Did you start unemployed? Is it Republic of Ireland, Northern Ireland, Wales, Scotland, England? So yeah, so there's a couple of variations on it, RC. The first question, yes, it's unemployed. So unemployed, no badges, no experience. That's the first thing, okay? Apply for every job. There is a version that is England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, Republic of Ireland. We're doing it without the Republic of Ireland at the minute, because obviously when we announced it to the Athletic, they were like, yeah, but the Republic of Ireland don't like being called British. And I was like, yeah, that's a fair point. That's a fair point. Obviously, it's touch and go that some of the Northern Irish people don't like being called British either, but there's certainly a lot more issue with classing the Republic of Ireland as British. So you can do it as a British and Northern Irish, British and Irish challenge. Curran, what a goal that is. Offside though. We swapped Ireland for Ibiza. Yeah, well, when Ibiza comes up, Rogie, that's the little bonusy one. Like, I don't mention it because I don't want it to like sort of be the one where I was, apply for Ibiza right now. Ibiza's the end game. Like, you know, it's going to be great. So yeah, so what you do then, apply for everything and then just see what you can do. You need to obviously you need to win as much as you can. The plan being winning everything. Promotions count as trophies. So you've got that, and there's 33 trophies to win. Either managing an Ibiza or Maga Love. That's the proper British ending. 100%. 100%. I think you might get bonus points if you win an international tournament as well, but it's obviously not expected. If you win a European tournament, again, that's an extra bonus, but again, not expected. Certainly not with Northern Ireland. I imagine you wouldn't be getting a Champions League or even a Europa League or Europa Conference at this point. We are not playing well here. Let's try and go a bit more direct, I think. Potentially look to step up a smidge. See if that helps. Argyle promoted back to League One now. Excellent. Well done. Well done, Fraser. Or promoted from League One. All right. That's the thing, man. You got yourself a little tick off there. Final one should be add to the league's add-ons when win the Falklands. God, Gets really political at that point, like where I've got to try and let's add former British colonies. Excellent. It should be easy. I guess that's next year's British Steel Challenge is the former Empire Challenge, and go back around and be like trying just to apologise to nations that Britain used to rule. Just terribly sorry, terribly sorry. That would pretty much be a Pentagon challenge, wouldn't it? Actually, that'd be quite a good challenge, actually. I've just sort of told myself, and I go, I think that might be quite fun. Curran, Canate, Curran, headed away. Everyone should do the Pentagon challenge at least once, 100%. 100%. I've not done a Pentagon. Don't do Matt and Star in Indonesia. Well, look, Indonesia's a great one. Thing is, I don't know if Matt's 100% sold on how much fun Indonesia is. It's not as much fun as Canada, I'll give him that, but it is a lot of fun to manage in. Add Gibraltar into the mix. I mean, there's enough places to add in, isn't there? You know, add India or something. Obviously, there's Australia, there's America. It's a great challenge. Get a team from all the former Empire countries promoted from bottom division only using British players. Oh, I mean, that's even worse. That's literally rubbing their noses in it, isn't it? Going like, right, so all these players are coming back. I mean, I don't know how you get British players over to those places in the first instance, but I mean, I guess that's part of the joy, right? What a ball that is. Curran, good block. But I do think a former Empire challenge is quite a good one. Although it does then, it has got connotations of like reminding people of like a former sort of like of a former empire, and it's got like, I mean, British Steel's got enough of a connotation anyway, isn't it? Oh, great finish. Cody Peoples, he scored against us again. It's a good effort. It's a good knockdown. Look at this though for the ball from the wing back. Up over the top. Peoples is away. Bang. Signed Cody, man of the Peoples. Yeah, absolutely. Evening, Owen. How are you, buddy? Welcome in, man. You don't have France or any other country instead of the UK. That's a point, actually, yeah. Try and work out who's got the largest colonies. Canate, Curran, lovely finish. Yeah, Portadown's a thing, Owen. We moved 2 streams ago, I think it was. Yeah, the plan, basically we got to the point with Banbridge, we thought we were hitting our glass ceiling, and then Portadown eventually sacked Kevin Horlock, and we went, shall we go for the interview? And yeah, went to the interview, we interviewed well, and yeah, they offered us the job, so here we are, doing pretty decent, to be honest. We've pulled ourselves above Banbridge, which was quite interesting, given how the fact we dropped quite badly to sort of like settle into this team in this position. So that was good. And then yeah, we've sort of like moved on from there. So a couple more games left, and then we can start doing some recruitment for next season. So it's starting to look and feel quite exciting. Could do a Commonwealth challenge. Yeah, you could do that. Could do that. How many nations would that be? That must be a fair whack, surely. Uh-oh. Oof, over the top. Thought we were in trouble there. I thought we had some problems to deal with. We do have one problem though, in the fact that we're not winning here. That's a concern. Crazy, I remember just coming in before the save kicked off, people saying you could have been given up in the first season. We could have done. We could have known. This is the thing. I think this sort of save is very much it puts hairs on your chest or it makes you cry in the corner. And that's... I still haven't quite decided where we are with it yet. Because bear in mind, we've not really won anything. We've had a lovely time. Shatoya's through. Oh. Inspired substitutions, if I do say so myself. Shatoya rolls it. He's away. Tucks it in the bottom corner. Portadown. I mean, this could be... We've got potential to do something decent here, as we worked out earlier. We've only lost one league game since I've joined. That's pretty good. You know, I think anyone would take that as a turnaround, as a new manager bounce. Absolutely. Shatoya keeps that one in beautifully. Pulls it back. Dolby. Banbridge 3-1 up. Soup, Robinson and Vuk with the goal. Oh, there you go. Johnny Madhead saves that one. I think the interesting thing with Portadown is we're probably going to have to be expecting to attack more as well. As with Banbridge, obviously the whole point was play at low block. What a tackle that was. What a tackle. You know, the idea was play at low block and sort of like try and hit on the counter, but I'm guessing with Portadown, the expectation would be to play off the front foot. So that's going to be a whole load of interesting for me to try and work out. Wrong option. There we go. Hoyenhal's got it. Nice ball. Stedman picks it up. It's going through again. Toulouse. Oof. Rogie, play your style of football. Results will come. They had you for that. Yes, this is why you're here, Rogie. I need some people to sometimes just to be like, it's all right, Jameson, just believe in yourself. You'll be fine. Sometimes people want ugly football. Yeah, some people do want that. You know? Don't give all my tricks away, do I? I mean, we don't know how much PvP we're going to play this year, so there's going to be like, there will at some point be like people snooping in streams being like, oh, okay, what's he playing? You don't want to tell everybody, do you? No, you want some sneaky up the sleeve tactics that no one's going to see. I want people to... It's not fancy, but it's effective. We love ugly football. All the skill in the world doesn't win you games if you can't get the ball taken off you by the end of the skill touches. Exactly. At a glance, it looks like Toulouse and Stedman the only ones in your squad. Okay. That's interesting then. That's very interesting. Thump it forward, get the ball in the back of the net. Jobs are good. Exactly. If you're winning games, it's amazing how little people care how you're playing. There is that as well. Wickham have hired Jean-Pierre Papin. Rafael Marquez was considered as one of the leading candidates. I don't get that. What was it? Where was he last season? There was somewhere where he cropped up last season, wasn't it? And we just were like, what the hell's Jean-Pierre Papin doing there? Who's Papin? What am I missing? Slavchan. Jean-Pierre Papin was one of the greatest strikers in French football history way back in the day, right? He played for AC Milan, he played for Marseille, he played for Bayern Munich, he played for Bordeaux. He's now potentially well, on this game, managing Wickham. It don't make any sense. If the timelines converge like this, Tony replacing Papan at Wickham like he did at Motherwell. It was Motherwell. That's right. Oh, God. Wickham's going to be terrible, isn't it? Stephen Clark's pretty decent, doesn't he? Okay. Obviously keeping our eyes on players who've just been released. Why on earth would he move to Wickham? All they have is a chair factory in a crappy shopping cart centre. Maybe he's a big fan of chairs, as you. I mean, that's the thing. Or maybe he's in the market for upscaling a shopping centre. So you never know. There's the chair remote. It all makes sense now. It all makes sense. In a world where nothing makes sense, now it makes sense. Excellent. Excellent. Ballon d'Or in 1991. Yeah. He was a baller. Absolute baller. Alright, here we go then. Match up against Derge. The interesting thing is that Banbridge are now set for a record points haul. Now, we set them up for that, to be honest. It's depressing that we're now on level points with Myola Park and a better goal difference, and we obviously can't get into that next tier up. You know, because we missed out on the last couple of games of the season. So it's a shame, but it's interesting to see how close we actually are. You know. Right, let's take him back off then. It's promising results, so it means you don't need to do too much in the window. But this is the thing, like, as long as we can either keep or replace the players that are leaving, right, then we'll be all right. Obviously, we might be losing McDonald because he's on loan, so he's like he's done a good job at centre half. So we might be wondering what's happening there. The two goalkeepers we brought in on loan, I think we try and extend their loans, or we see if they're free transfers and bring them in, because although they're only 18, they've both done pretty well, to be honest. It's certainly better than the goalkeeper who's currently was there when we turned up, who's the backup keeper. Robinson's a loanee, he's done all right. You know, we could look to retain him, or we can probably get another centre midfielder in, not too much of a problem. The big one's going to be Curran. We need to see if we can keep Curran, or get someone who's of Curran's ability. Shatoya as well. You know, he's on loan also. So that's where the big issue is going to come. How's the board? The board have given us a lot of money, to be honest. They've given us nearly $5,000 in wage budget, and the chairman is called Derek Jameson. So Derek Jameson or David Jameson? David Jameson. Derek Jameson's the bloke from the Daily Bugle on Spider-Man, isn't he? Or was Derek Jameson a newsreader on ITV? Can't remember. Trying to start Harry Murphy from Banbridge. I see he's only a 2-star player according to our team now. And Murphy wasn't that great for Banbridge. He was only averaging a 6.8, which you could probably say is like, he was never as good as what you expected him to be, you know. Problem as well is obviously that, you know, Kieran Evans left. That was an issue for Banbridge, was when Evans left, and he's gone to Larne, so it's not like we can get him. I mean, he is on loan at Myola Park though, so maybe. Oh, nearly an own goal. Maybe Evans could be an option. We could try and get Arthur from the Welders. He's going to be creaking over 30 at this point. So we'll have to see. I think it's going to be a mixture of young loanees and a couple of experienced free transfers. So things like Wilson obviously coming in there with 32, but being a wealth of experience at 32, bringing him in on a free. Dolby's 26, bring him in on a free. Like Malado, I think he's 27, we brought him in on a free. But then of course, like, you know, mix it up with some loan players. So I think that's probably what we're going to do. Free kick, teed up to the back post. No one's there though. Absolute waste of time. Terrible free kick routine. Larkin, Malado, Curran. Oh, didn't get enough on it. Dolby, Wilson launches it. Curran's not going to go for that. Canate's got it though. He's going with the second bite. Dolby with a header. Not quite enough on it. See if Evans isn't as good as he is in this side before he'll provide good cover at centre half. Yeah, there's that, I suppose. Yeah, if we're bringing him in as a backup, then there's no harm there, is there really? And Larkin's here. Like Larkin's like 6'3", he's 16, so he sort of might be our Evans at this point. We'll have to see. Banbridge and Dollingstown drawing 0-0. Larkin smacks it forward. Brilliant. Just have it over there. He's trying to embrace it, isn't he? Uh-oh. Oh. Terrible miss. In fact, Larkin's on a 6-7, so maybe he needs to come off. So we'll put Bonner on, actually, who's come in as a loanee. Again, maybe not quite the right person to have loaned in. Maybe we should have brought Calderwood on. No, fine, don't worry. Curran's on a 6-3, so I might change him for Shatoya. Stedman, maybe we'll put Greenlee on as well. We'll play Stedman. Although Malado's just been turned far too easily. Oof. Don't know how we've managed to avoid that. Check how many games Evans played for Myola Park. Yeah, I think, yeah, we'll certainly have a look. I think I'm fairly sure he's played a reasonable amount, to be honest, but we'll have to double check it. Hello, Salty B, welcome in. And welcome in, Raiders. How was your stream, Salty B? Whoa, what a goal that was. Dolby, the surround sound striker, gets himself a goal. Salty, you can come again if you want. Turn up at moments like this. How's life treating you, pal? Look at that, ball at the top. Dolby dinks it. Beautiful stuff. You join us. We've got a couple of matches left. Essentially exhibition games, really, in the league, because what's happened is we're into the sort of like the league splits with 5 games to go. We just missed out on the promotion split, so we're in sort of what's the relegation split, but we're sitting at the top of that division. So, you know, we're now obviously we're now looking into next season. That's the way we need to do it, right? You know, so we're going to be doing some recruitment tonight, which is going to be fun. So it's a bit more chilled out. Of course, you're doing bottom of Christmas, aren't you? And you're in Turkey. Nice touch, nice touch. Still bottom in March. Who have you picked, by the way? Who did you get given? I'm a fan of a bottom of Christmas. And I do like Turkey as well. Turkey's a great save. Istanbulspor. Nice. The registration rules aren't too bad in Turkey, are they? Especially in the Super League. Like if you're in the second division, I think there's like you have to play loads of youngsters. So there's a little bit of a sort of like focus on just keeping young Turkish players in the side in the second division. Then when you get to the Premier League, like the Super League, I think you can play like, I think it's only you have to play 2 or something. So it's a bit freer. But I like Turkey. I had a great save with Bursaspor and Fenerbahce as well. So I loved it. In fact, Bursaspor will be a great save this year because they're down in Division 3 now. Oh, hang on. Dolby's through again. Oh, pick that out. What a strike that is. Not Constantinople sport. That's a lovely, lovely reference, really. What a hit that is. The surround sound striker. Can you name a Premier League save that's not too hard or not too easy, says Confused Cobra. Yeah, I guess so. I mean, Villa's probably a one that's not too easy, not too hard. West Ham, maybe? Crystal Palace? Actually, Palace might be a touch bit more difficult. Maybe. Everton's quite a difficult one, to be honest. Everton's quite a difficult one. I played Jameson ball at one point, flat low, block 4-4-2, long ball with a target man. It didn't work. I mean, we don't necessarily play long ball, so that's where the issue might come there. But you've got to give it more than one game. You've got to give it more than one game, so you can't just be like, oh, we tried it once, it didn't work. But I appreciate the fact you did it, though. I appreciate the fact you did it. Got a lot of respect for that. Where is Evans? Where's he playing? Miola Park. Is it Miola Park he went on loan to? That's what I said, isn't it? Yeah, he's played 33 times, so he's definitely getting games. And Miola Park did finish mid-table, so, you know, he's there or thereabouts. You've only got 12 games left. Okay. Yeah, maybe you've left it too late to learn Jameson ball then. I'd spend all pre-season just working on that. You know what I mean? I'd definitely be like, right, what we're going to do now, lads, is we're going to learn how to do shirt pulls. Right? This is what we're doing. Anyone who's come from Salty Stream, by the way, we're doing what's called a British Steel Challenge. The plan being we're going to try and win all the trophies that are available in England, Scotland, Wales and Northern Ireland. We're currently about to finish season 4 in Northern Ireland. We've won 2 trophies out of a possible 33. It's taken us 4 years. So it's a long challenge, this one. It's not going to be done overnight. We're on our second club. We've now moved to Portadown from Banbridge, who we're about to play now. So it's been pretty good. We've enjoyed it so far. I think Northern Ireland's quite fun. I think it's quite fun. I think some people might say, it's a bit rubbish, but nah, I like it. It's different. You know? And as well, because of the fact that we're semi-professional, then we have to, our training schedules is just teamwork and tactics, and then chance conversion and set plays. All we've done. It's all we've done. We need a victory against Banbridge. Like, it'll be nice to sort of like shake hands and stuff and go, oh, you know, that was lovely, well done and that. But we need to beat them. We need to beat them. Is that McLaren at Aberdeen? Is that Steve McLaren? We've just seen, as well, literally just before you guys turned up, we've just seen Jean-Pierre Papin has taken over at Wickham. And that's Stuart McLean. Not Steve McLaren, which is what I thought it was, sorry. So Banbridge first, then Dollingstown, and then we strip everything back and we start to get all of our oh, here we go. Here we go. Now our chairperson's starting to think maybe it's time to move on. Right, interesting. This could make things a bit more intriguing here. I wonder whether it's going to be an internal or an external. We shall see. We're doing the polls on the Jameson Derby, is it? Okay, right. Banbridge win or a Portadown win? Come on, lump your channel points on a Portadown win, everyone. That's what we're hoping for right now. That's what we're hoping for. What we get, however, could be something different. In the event of a draw, I cancel the poll and no one wins. Yeah, that makes sense. He's allowing another member of the board to take place. Right, okay, that looks like it's an internal takeover then. So it doesn't look like we're going to get any extra money or anything like that. And that means that there's probably a bit of stability with the club, I guess. I love this. Cornel Curran is the top goal scorer, and we brought him in January. So, do you know what I mean? That's pretty decent, right? Banbridge till I die. You know what, Salty? Yeah, I get that. I totally get that, and I'm on board with it. I am as well. I felt bad leaving. I genuinely felt bad leaving, but I felt as though we had to at the same time. If this was a one club save or like a sort of build a club, then yeah, we could get to Banbridge at the Premiership eventually, but unfortunately we need to move on. But bear in mind, we haven't won everything in Division 3 and 2 yet, so there is still a chance for us to come back to Banbridge, remember? Yeah? The tipple is a non-alcoholic Brooklyn Special Effects lager tonight. That's my tipple for the evening. Because yeah, we are. I think this is week 6. I think this will be week 6 of zero boozing. So I think when I get to the end of that, this is week 6 at the end. Yeah, we'll see. There'll be no more DJ Pedro, but we could bring DJ with us though, Slavchan. That's the thing. You know, McDonald could stay. I'd love McDonald to stay. He's on loan from Larn. He's only on 25 quid a week. He's out of contract in December. That might make the loan a bit harder. That's what she said. They feel he should be testing a different environment. That's also a problem, you know. However, they might feel as though the offer might be too good to turn down. Basically, just giving him the same deal we've given it now is what we're going to be offering. Same again with Curran. I mean, that's the sad bit, innit? That's the sad bit. Looking at him, going, oh, he might not come back. Then what? You know? Then what do we do? So Shatoya is out of contract, so we might try and actually just nab him. So at least we've got someone who's going to be an actual player for next season. 24 grand in compensation. Oof. We don't have that sort of money. As much as I'd like to, we do not have that sort of money. It's not drinking a new thing or a life or like a short term or a lifestyle thing. I don't know, Barton, to be honest. I'm not sure. Like, part of me was just like, I wondered if I could. And obviously, like, the most difficult time to do it is at Christmas. I was like, right, let's just see if I can just stop drinking for a little bit. I don't know, but the thing is, I do like a little tipple. That's the problem. It's always the taste for me. It's not. There's no sort of like drink to get drunk necessity. So, I think I said like last week, we'll start this game. I know there's like a minute or so left on the poll, but we went out. Myself and Mrs. J had a night away last week, and again I was like, so I didn't drink it out there either. And I got a non-alcoholic whiskey, and I just like sat looking at it, and I was just like, nah, this is dreadful. This is so bad. And obviously it's Christmas when people want to buy you bottles of whiskey and stuff. So at the minute I'm saying no, but I don't know. I just don't know. I guess we'll just sort of see how we go. Like, you know, see what benefits I'm feeling. I am a bit more. I think I probably am a bit more alert on a morning. DJ Pedro with a goal after 18 seconds. I mean, I know he's not one of our players anymore, but we'll put the DJ emotes in the chat. Right. And Soup with the assist as well. Soup knows that he's coming to us next season, right? So that's fine. I could go with a shot of limoncello right now. Yeah, that's a thing. Oh, Pedro, Soup, Blocked. Don't have extended a single loan successfully in FM23. Is that a thing, is it? Is that... I guess it makes sense. Like, I think we tried to get Jebberson, didn't we, when we were at Sunderland, and that just didn't happen. But it'd be interesting to see if that is a thing then, and you can't get extended loans. 4-3-3 was the move to Banbridge, who knew? Well, maybe. They're still sitting below us in the league though, so maybe it's not quite... it's not quite it. But certainly looking decent. I'm going to update this one unless there's another World Cup. What World Cup? What World Cup, Rogie? I had forgotten to take that off, haven't I? Ball's played in. Curran, good block. What would it be? It's timeless, isn't it? So we'll take the World Cup one off. There you go. Taken off. We've got a penalty. We've got ourselves a penalty. Robinson smacks it in. Good hit. Good hit. Again, ball into nowhere. Talou picks it up. McDonald pings it high, but Dolby's not moved for it. Really dislike this this year's World Cup. Good work, Slavchan. Good work. I didn't watch a single bit of it, so I have no opinion of it at all. So I think someone came in the chat the other night and trying to span something about Messi, and Simon had just blocked it straight away. Just like that. We're not talking World Cup. Go away. Rich is coming in with the rage. Don't mention he bottled the run for the season. Oh, Rich. Oh, Rich. Rich. DJ Pedro with another goal. I'm not even upset that we're losing to Banbridge. I'm happy enough with it. Murphy with the ball over the top. Conlon, DJ Pedro, in comes Rich Owens. Hello, Mr. Owens. How the devil are you, buddy? Welcome in. It's the famous podcaster Rich Owens. It's Football Manager Therapy's Rich Owens. Remember that? Remember Football Manager Therapy? Go and get yourselves subscribed if you don't already do so. Rich, how was the rest of the stream, by the way, man? It was fun watching at the start. How's life in Mexico treating you? I know these people have podcasts. Did a bottle knockout qualification on the last day of the season. I mean, Rich. Of course you did. Ian did. Yeah, on how are you, buddy? I mean, it's sadly predictable, isn't it? It's very on brand. Very, very on brand. You need a new league. Rich. Where are you going to manage instead? I did say if I don't want to mention it, but then Rich does anyway. Yeah, I'll be honest. Yeah, we got pre-warned, Rich, and we were told, like, just don't mention it. Don't mention it. I learned it from you. Yeah, I mean, you're doing it brilliantly, mate. You're doing it brilliantly. Like, you've absolutely embraced the power of the Jameson. So DJ Pedro nearly getting himself a hat trick there. Oh, Sheridan's got himself a booking. But it's fine though, Rich. It's fine. Like, winning's boring, innit? You know, remember that. Winning's boring. Yeah, only hack people win. Hello, Sam. How are you, buddy? Nice to have you in. Hope you're good. For the next picture, she's put only one player that might be around next year at start. Who are we thinking? I failed to raid. Well, welcome in though, Sam. You've made it now. That's the important thing, right? That's a good question, actually. Yaron, who is definitely going to be here? Because I think I think we tried to talk about it a little bit earlier. Like we think that most of it is probably going to be as is. Obviously, we have concerns about McDonald signing because he's just told us that his club has just told us they don't want to let him come back again on loan. I think we'll definitely have the two goalkeepers back if we can do, because I think at least one of them's out of contract. So we'll just try and sign those guys. Curran, again, they might not let us have back on loan. Shitoyo, we can sign for 120 quid a week, but then we need to find 24 grand compensation somehow for him, so that's going to be a concern. So we'll have to wait and see what happens. Can we sign Robinson? Maybe. We'll have to have a look at his contract situation. We've just signed another player, by the way. We signed a guy called Doogie Wilson, who's going to replace Knowles, essentially. He's 32. He's just come in literally for these last 5 games. Curran. That's what we're talking about. Yeah, we've got Wilson in, who's sort of like coming in as like a DLP. So he's doing a decent job for us. Great ball by Greenlee, who of course is going to be leaving. Curran might be leaving. And this is the thing, we're sat here going, this is a great team, this is a lovely team, but then maybe we might not even have this team next season. Encouragement, yeah, Ron. Where have you learned that word? That Soup's going to be playing for us next season. I said encouragement, that's fine, not praise. Jimmy Mental is currently in goal, Rich. He's been in goal the last couple of games. How are the mad scientist? Welcome in. Sorry, caught you just as you were wading through a Rich, so you get your own special shout out there, don't you? Life's all good, thank you, Mads. How about yourself, man? In fact, to be honest, the question you've got there is me and the chairman. Chairman's actually looking to leave, so I'm not sure what's going on here. Bit of an interesting turn up for the Bucks, to be honest. There's Soup through again. Good block. Johnny Madhead picks the ball up as well. Am I on for Channel Points Hall here? Possibly. Malado and Toulouse are going to be there. Yes, they are. Oh, Curran's just missed. I thought it was a great ball in as well, wasn't it? That was an exceptional ball. I'm amazed it hasn't gone in. McDonald, straight at the keeper. What's he doing up there? Even Sports Mad, how are you, buddy? Welcome in, pal. Curran's chasing down. Oh. I take it you've seen the news about Embo, Sports Mad. It seems like he's broken his ankle, I think, by the looks of it, and done the ligaments. He's out for a while. Canate, oof. Am I aware of who won the World Cup? I am aware of it, yes. I don't understand how it happened, but I am aware who did. Waters, McGann, good effort. Imagine TJ the chairman having a Wild West duel. Portadown's only big enough for one, Jameson. They won more games than the other team. That makes sense. I mean, I'm fine with this. This is going to be a 2-2 draw. Like, we can take this, right? Seems fair. 2-2. Good game. GG's. Banbridge. Bring on the World Cup in 26. Exactly. That's what we'll look forward to. Crazy OC, sorry, I appreciate the prime. That's very kind indeed. Loving the podcast. Thank you very much, Crazy OC. Glad you're enjoying it. Of course, we are. We're actually on our Christmas break at the minute. If you haven't caught up with the Football Manager show yet, now is as good a time as any to do so. So, yeah, out every Wednesday. It'll be back they're back early January is when we're going to be back. So yeah, come and hang out. Come and listen to it. You can see us on YouTube if you want to as well. So, loads of ways to find us. Start the young Larkin for the rest of the season. Larkin's actually played the last couple of games, actually, as well. So, He has been in 3 games he's played now, 5 sub appearances. So he's there. So Toulou's going to be there next season. He's not got a contract yet, but we'll have to try and lock him down if we can. In fact, let's see what it's going to cost to actually lock him down. Hope it's not something daft like 900 quid or whatever. I mean, he's got the armband, captain's armband. Like, he needs to stay, right? There you go, 200 quid a week. Right, lock him down. So Milado's going to stay, because he's got a deal up until December. So our 2 fullbacks are staying. Our central midfielders, centre back, sorry, are staying here. This young Larkin lad. Hoyen Hall is out of contract in December, so he probably won't be. I think we'll test him somewhere else as well. This is tricky, isn't it? Tweedy's got many years left, so he's not going to come back either, so that's going to be a concern. Canate is out of contract, so he's probably going to leave. Plus, he wants to leave anyway. Robinson has a contract till 2027, so we can't get him unless we try and buy him, maybe. This is Dougie Wilson, by the way. Obviously, you've not seen him yet on. So this is Dougie Wilson. He's our new central midfielder. 32 years old, 6'1". He kind of does what he needs to do. You know, passing and marking are good, technique's good, tackling's decent, teamwork is good, leadership's fine. So, you know, he's all right. He doesn't really need to dribble, though. He's just a central midfielder. We'll just keep him just passing the ball, to be honest. Give the ball out to the wingers. Let them do the dribbling. He's not encouraged to go running anywhere. So, I didn't see here, ball in a midfielder. So we don't need him to do anything. Just get the ball and move it away. You know? That's the way to do. Get the ball to people who can play. So, Stedman looks like he's going to leave. So that's another player out. And then, of course, up front, we're going to be left with... Basically, we're just going to be left with Dolby, who's our big striker, and Curran, who's going to be not going to be back here again, because, again, he needs to... We're not going to get him on loan again. So... Basically, Wilson for DLP will be perfect, to be honest, but we'll see what we can partner him with next year, because if he ends up in a DLP role, then we might need a ball-winning midfielder, but we'll see. I mean, it might look nice if it goes like that, mightn't it? You never know. We might be stuck with one striker up top, and we end up having to have, go that sort of 4-3-3. That could be an option, to be honest. No worries, Salty. A pleasure. Appreciate the raid. Thank you so much for coming in, as always. Like I said, do follow Salty if you're not already doing so. He's a good dude. We like him a lot. So, yeah, go and drop a follow on him over there. And then in terms of the rest of everything that's back here, this is all just the other stuff, really. Other players that have still got contracts. Just about. Knowles obviously is retiring, so we sort of probably should have given him his swan song at the final home game of the season. We haven't. Greenlee's on his way out. Yeah, we're literally losing an entire squad here. So, no Christmas tree after all that content. You know what? Like, we'd love to get a Christmas tree working out there. I'd be all over it. Crazy. But we'll have to see. We've sort of like built up this 4-4-2 in these lower leagues, but we'll see. So, okay. The chairman is stepping down. He's definitely stepping down. And there appears to be Neil Campbell, 100 grand to gain controlling stake in the club. Okay. At least that youngster McGrath can come off the bench if not starting. McGrath can replace Stedman or Greenlee, absolutely. This guy here, so he's got a bit of ability. He can maybe do that. So pop him on the bench actually in place of Greenlee. Jonah Mitchell. Again, he's not really done it, has he? He's not really done it. Barry McKeel was kicking off. He's still got another year left on his contract, so we still can't move him off. Annette is one that's losing. Jake Tosh, let's put him on the bench actually as well. He's a youngster who might be coming in and getting a game. Bring Bonner off. We'll put Hamill there. Actually, no, let's put Josh Kelly on. Right. There we go. Don't think I've ever managed this low. Is it fun? Oh, it's so much fun. So much fun. This is where all the fun happens. Crazy. We started out in the third division of Northern Irish football, so we got promoted. So we've moved up to the championship. But yeah, we are pretty low down. Pretty low now. I think it's like when we started, it was like, what was it, 176th or something ranked league in the world, or in Europe, I should say. Sorry. Last year we started in Indonesia, so that gives you another idea of where we tend to start our saves. We spent a lot of time in the National League last season as well. So Stedman apparently could be looking for a new deal. What do we say? Do we say yeah? Do we say no? Be interesting to actually have a player in there next season, wouldn't it? The lowest you've done is Dulwich. That was a slog. Dulwich is good. Dulwich is good. See if Stedman takes a fringe contract. Squad player at most. He's not going to be a... Actually, yeah, he could. Yeah, he wants the recommendation for fringe, but what's he going to drop down to? 350. He only wants to be a first teamer, so we'll see. We'll see. Nothing just yet, I don't think. Let's walk away for now. Indonesia was fun last year. How about odds? You're going to start saving with them again? Yeah, I need to get back on with that, don't I? Mads, I'm trying to keep myself into only having one save as well. That's what I need to do. Crazy OC, appreciate the follow. Very kind, thank you. Because obviously I've got this, and this is like a big long save. But we also have, like, I've got this Sunderland save that's going on offline as well, which I sort of continued from the beta. Crawford's not. I saw that you mentioned it earlier. Tom Crawford is now at Cambridge. Is that the same Tom Crawford? Yeah. Yeah, he's not coming anywhere, is he? 1,200 quid. Unless he's available for loan. He's out of contract. I doubt we're going to be able to get him at that price. But at least we're getting Soup in next year, though. We know that. Right, so he's definitely coming. So, yeah, we have to have a look at... We're going to get all the pens and paper out, get the squad planner out. And we can start to look and go, right, who have we actually got as a team next year? So Toulouse's going to sign us a new deal. That's good. So our captain is locked in for next season. Okay, so that's great. That's great news. Then we can obviously start putting our data hub back on as well. Get those director of football suggestions in. Yeah, exactly. Use the actual squad planner after this last fixture. Yeah, we'll do. So Neil Campbell is in. New chairperson, sorry. Thank you. There's no plans to provide any additional investment. That's fine. They'll cut the link with Burnley. Okay. In the wake of developments, the board had to give an update on the club's long-term vision. All the talks relating to the new board's vision for the club will continue in due course. That's fine. End of the current season. We weren't even here though, so that wasn't part of our thing, right? That wasn't our expectations. Yeah. So we'll see how we get on with that one then. New board cut the Burnley link. I want to change the strategy at the club. Okay. Interesting. Let's see what we can do then, shall we? So Konaté definitely wants out. He hasn't really done a lot, has he? What's he on? 425. Anderson. Oh yeah, Anderson's going, definitely. Like the way that he went on. Getting his 4 in his in training, like ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But yes, no, we will. We'll definitely get that squad planner out. We'll start plotting for next year. That's what we want to do, right? Johnny Madhead, 8.1 in training. Nice. So our actual goalkeeper is now available, having not played all season. He's now available for the last game of the season. So we do actually have a goalkeeper for next year, technically. He could start. Alright, so let's go then. This is what we're going to do. This is going to be final match of the season. Send the boys out. Hopefully we'll get a decent result. A couple of youngsters on the bench to bring on to give some either some debuts or some game time too. And then we're going to start looking for who we're bringing in next year. Because it appears as though everyone's leaving. So definitely hope that this wasn't the only chance for Portadown. Obviously, it was the best chance for them. They've just been relegated. The idea would be for them to bounce straight back up. Great finish. Good ball through from Ferris. That Ferris is a good player, mind. I remember seeing him and going, yep, we need to get someone like that in. Whatever the music's playing now is like either incredibly quiet or it's just not good. No. Banbridge was 2-2 Rogie. So yeah, everyone gets their money back, which I think is the best way. Like, football won that match, to be honest. And at the minute, we're currently, as you can see, 1-0 down at Dollingstown. But what we've learned is not to try and count ourselves out of games just yet, because we do seem to sort of fight back, get ourselves back in. So hopefully we can do the same again. Didn't we get Crawford and Pedro? We did get them from the director of football suggestions. Absolutely, yeah. That was the crazy part of that, wasn't it? I guess with Donovan Purrington as well from that suggestion as well. Evening, boy. Appreciate the follow. That's very kind. I think I mentioned this on last night's stream. We're nudging up towards 3,000 now in terms of 3,000 Twitch followers. That's mad, isn't it? Good ball. Curran blocked over the top. Or save, in fact, sorry. Yeah, I think we're about like 130 or something away. So it's for how short we've been doing it, I'm well happy with that. Well impressed. Thank you, of course, everyone for all the support. It's been brilliant. On with the ball in. Steadman, Curran just turns it wide. Yeah, I'm really happy with it all. Really happy, to be honest. It's just been nice that people have got on board with it and they've stuck through all the bad technical issues we had when we first started, and then not winning, sackings. We're all still here. We're all having a great time. Instead of remembering to get the director of football suggestions, just let them start negotiating deals for the youngsters, and I check how they are when the confirmation shows up. Well, is that a thing? Is it? So if you get them doing the negotiation first, because I've noticed that the director of football's negotiations are awful. Obviously not wanting to do FMT's content this week, by the way. If you've not seen FMT, you're obviously not on Patreon, so you can go and do that, get signed up there. But if not, listen out for it tomorrow, because they're talking about whether director of footballs are actually decent or not on the game. And the point being, they do nothing. It's the main point of argument. But I'm certainly happy to have a look and see what they can do. Canate smacks it over the top. Thing is, with the youngsters, they find they're good and bad deals about £2. Yeah, they never seem to actually get the deal done. I've never seen a director of football finalise a deal. So I'm sort of confused as to what they're doing wrong. You know? Ball's headed away. We get the ball away again. Come on, move the ball out of the way. Launches it to nobody, sadly. Half time, 1-0 down. Right, I'm not going to kick and scream because it's the last game of the season. We don't need anyone to be sort of like getting frustrated or being like, look, come on, you bunch of, you know, don't need to do that. Just remind them and be like, look, lads, we've all got a chance to be better here. You know? Actually, let's put Jake Tosh on there. Put him in. Put McGrath in for Stedman. Yeah. Kelly can maybe come on in the second half. Give him some minutes. There's the youngsters have found. Yeah, we read that bit. Walker launches it. Larkin does just about enough, and we somehow we get away with that one. Not entirely sure how we got away with it, but we did. Grauberg moved forward to the wide target forward. Yeah, so the only reason I've got him laid sort of in line at the minute is that's where he came on and got an assist from. I know it's obviously I'm basing it on one game. But you're right, we might try him out in some other positions as well. Curran, decent effort. I want to kind of give him a bit of time just to sort of try himself there, first of all. Canate again, doesn't seem to beat the first man. Larkin lets the ball run. Canate wins it back though. Good ball, Dolby. Excellent goalkeeper, just took one in the face, didn't he? Superb. Curran's on a 6-4. I'd be tempted to bring Curran off. He's down 6-3. Canate headed away. Tosh thought about it. Toulouse launches the ball in. Oof, crunching tackle there, wasn't it? Cabe pulls it back. McNeil, nice finish. Two 0. I mean, it's a good goal. It's a well taken goal. It's Tosh who's dispossessed on the edge of the box. Hall tries to get the ball up top. As I say, I don't think we're beaten yet. We do still have time to actually fight back, but it's going to be tricky. Ball's down the line. Place. Devlin. Nicely intercepted. Curran just killed that ball his way again. Oh, what a player this boy is, man. What a player. Look at this. Kills the ball dead there. Lays it off. Konate gives and goes. He's away. What a player this Curran is. I'm gutted that we might not be able to have him next season. Gutted. Oh, nearly did it again. Nearly got himself a second. Looking around now, going, right, what can we do? What we change? Are we bringing Wilson on? I think we're just going to, you know what, I might even see if we can throw actual money at him and try and buy him. Because that might be he could be the difference. Literally be the difference maker. You know, I don't want to be possibly a little bit over the top, but I think he could be. I think he could be. Passing, it's not. Who's the better passer? Neither of them, to be honest. Could be the next McGavett. It could be better than McGavett. It could even be better than DJ. It could be the next David Healy. Great ball at the top. Go on, Dolby, chase it. Just wanted a bit more from Dolby there. Go very attacking now. 5 minutes to go. We're putting ourselves in position, aren't we? Dolby brings it down. Curran is away. Just a little bit. Need a bit more. Don't know, he just got a bit too excited, didn't he? So it looks like we actually might lose the game now. So this is the first point of the game I'm now going, yeah, okay, we're losing. It's like 30 seconds to go. I mean, to be fair, him and DJ would be great. Him and Soup would still be a decent partnership, because Soup does a lot of, like, you know, remember we played him as that pressing forward on defend, which I think we all sort of went, what a weird idea, playing a pressing forward on defend, but it just seemed to work. And I don't know whether that would be enough to allow Curran to just do his thing. You know, we've got Dolby as a target forward here. McGrath's just dribbled the ball out all over. So close, so close. Right, so league's over, right? We've done what we needed to do, okay? We've got ourselves all finished. Let's quickly, load up my bits and pieces. Where's me stuff? I hate the fact that this keeps going, sadly. You know? Right, give me all this info again. Right. Right, I want XG, match story, match momentum, I want pass map, I want shot map, team defending, team attacking, defensive actions, passes attempted, defensive efficiency, tackling, aerial, possession, passing, movement, attacking efficiency, scoring, and then we can have the XG table as well. Right, there we go. Done. Get all that in, so at least we know what we're doing, right? So that is sort of how our system's playing out at the minute, and that looks pretty fine to me, to be honest. You know, sort of what we want, right? So, squad planner time. Okay. Opinions are welcome, obviously. We do this together. Let's look for next season. Right. At the minute, Neil Shields is our only goalkeeper, so he probably is the goalkeeper that we want right now. Okay. I'll put Hoy and Hall and Tweedy in there, because it would be nice to get them if we could, but I don't know if that's going to be a situation or not. In terms of right back, then we've got Malado is of course the main first choice right back. Barney McKeel we're going to move down because we're not keen on keeping him, to be honest. Hugh Carlin will take off the shortlist because he's too old, 36. So we need a right back. Okay, so we need a goalkeeper. We need a right back, but as a backup. Okay. Okay. Left back, we've got Toulouse. That's it. That's literally it. Yeah, that pretty much makes sense, right? We'll go back and have a look and see if we've got any youngsters there, but at the minute, left back, back up. Okay, central defenders. Okay, central defenders. You know what? I'm tempted to take Barney McEwen off actually, and I'll take. So I'm going to take McKeown out of here as well. Upton is probably safe. No, he's not. No, he's not. Cathal McGinty would have been amazing, but we're not going to get him anymore, sadly. So he's going to have to come off now, which is a real shame. Aitchison's not going to happen either. So yeah, in terms of what we've currently got, is nothing. So Upton is a backup, absolutely. Larkin is a backup. Right now, our best central defender is McDonald, who is of course a loanee, who we're not going to get. So centre backs, 2-time starters. Hugh Carl was your assistant coach at Limavady. Really? Nice. Yeah, 5'11" for Lee Upton, yeah. 5'11", and Larkin is 6'3". So yeah, we definitely need somebody. So Aitchison's got to go, McGinty's got to go, McKeown's got to go. So yeah, we are struggling at centre half. Okay. Out on the right midfield, Gary Warwick? Don't think so. Right midfield. At the minute, we've got Connaughton, who is, I think, out of contract. He's out of contract, so maybe do we give him one more year? I don't know. We don't really seem to have much option at the minute. So Dougie Wilson's going to be in there as the actually he's the ball player at the minute, isn't he? TJ McGill, I think we're just going to get rid of. He's going to leave. Right, 6'3", granted, 24. He's not going to do much, is he? To be honest, you know, I think McGill's a man who can go. I'm afraid. At 24, you're not going to improve, right? He can go. Josh Kelly, we've just had a little look at. Might be all right. He's 17. Jake Tosh might be all right. He's 16. McKeel, no. Right, well, Wilson up at the top there. That's how we're looking there again. So central midfielder. We want a midfielder on support. I want a box to box or a ball winner. Sorry. Stedman's better on the right than the left. Do you reckon what I'd have him cutting in? Could do that, couldn't we? Could do that. So Soup is the backup on the left. At the minute, we're going to have Stedman there. And also McGrath. Reckon you know I just write every position. Yeah, it's looking like that, isn't it? It's definitely looking like that at the minute. Yeah. Up front. So left midfield, we still need a left midfielder. And then up front, we have one striker. You know, we've got one striker. We've got Dolby. At least he's definitely there. But yeah, we're looking like we need everything at this point. Okay. It's fine. It's going to be good. Where do we begin? Where do we begin? Josh Kelly could be the new Evans. Oh, there was potential, yeah. I mean, he could be. You know, he could save us money as a centre midfielder. Sorry, he could. I guess the question now is what's it going to take to get Curran in? We've got a $3,000 transfer kitty. Okay. If we have a look at who we've got so far. Let's look at who's going to be available soon. Expiring in 3 months. Start at the back and work forwards. Justin Hanks from Hensford is definitely leaving. Central defender, apparently. Heading, Markin's not great, is it? Markin's only an 8. Tackling's good, jumping reach is fine. 21, 6'1". Got on the short list, so he's an option. Daniel Devlin. I mean, he's played well for Ballymonard. They finished second. Now, he's not the sort of player that I would look at, but his performances this season would suggest that he's done well. You know what I mean? You don't get 7.06, do you? If you're playing if you're playing badly. He's only 3-star. He could be a backup left back as well, actually. Dribbling 6, crossing. Marking's not brilliant, is it? Stays back, avoids using his weaker foot. I suppose if he knows what he is. Okay. Ex-Banbridge as well, was he? Yes, he is. Dreads big matches. Oh, really? Where does it say that? What have I missed? Wants to commit to a new future. Ian and Jord, how are you? Yeah, so the hat is because I've had a cyst cut off my head. Just there. I had a cyst taken off. I had 3 stitches on the top of my head. So it needs to be removed. Dread's playing big matches. Yeah, okay. There you go. We don't want that then, do we? Congratulations, Anarchy lad. Welcome. Congratulations on the little one. What kind did you get? Was it a boy one or a girl one? How are they? Is it one? Is it multiple? Like, hope everyone's well though. By the way, recovery's fine, thanks, George. Yeah, we're doing all right. It's just means I can't actually do my hair. So unfortunately, it means I've got to have this look now for a while. But this is the new look. So Manny Adebawala, good jumping reach. Marking's good. Long throws are very good, but tackling's not. Work rates, not bad. 220? No, maybe not. Try the director of football, can't go wrong. Well, I don't want to jump there straight away, but they haven't really let us down so far, have they? That's the problem. Although the director of football was their assistant manager, so it's like, we'll wait and see how they get on there. But just one baby should hang out my shoulder after feeding. Oh, mate, congratulations. It's I'm sure you're getting loads of sleep, and I'm sure you're absolutely over the moon. But you'll be over the moon, definitely. That's the thing. You will be over the moon. Cal Crawford looks pretty good, but he's a bit slow. But yeah, no, glad everyone's doing well. That's the main thing. Obviously the welders have got Ryan Arthur, 7.34. See, 30 years old, 6'3", out of contract in December. Jumping reach is good, heading's good, tackling, marking, work rate, determination. It's all kind of what we need, really. But they do want some money for him. So I'll have to wait and see. But he's probably an idea. Look at most headers in the league. Well, that's going to be the next step, to be honest, yeah. The next step after this year on is to go back and start looking at the actual stats and working out who's done well. This guy, for example, composure's good, positioning's good, work rate. Headers aren't great, jumping reach isn't great, but he might be able to play fullback. Again, good average rating, 7.14 overall. Frequently wins the ball, reliable in possession. Lots of passes, accurate passes, lots of blocks but fewer clearances. His tackling's not very good though. Okay, loads more blocks than expected, loads more interceptions, loads more fouls conceded. Okay. 6 key tackles, 2 goals, 16 key passes. He looks like he's done pretty well, to be honest, doesn't he? He's not a flash in the pan either, is he? Like 6.6, so he's improved. That was in the Premier League. So he was getting just shy of a 7 in the Premier League. And he's got a 7 when he's dropped down. I think we need a bit more info on this guy, but he could be an option. Right, Adam Mullen, we're going to put you into there. Because if he can go everywhere as well, then that just sort of like brings out a few other bits and pieces, doesn't it? Gives us some options. Could be good use of right back if he's on defending duty. Yeah. I mean, we like Medalo. That's the thing, Malado. But we need some. Sometimes we just need a bit of competition. Six foot 4, 31. Jumping reach, aggression's high. Colin Loughran. Again, 2 goals. Best is 7.7. 4 key tackles. He lost 11 tackles though. It's not brilliant. Yeah, he lost 11 of those tackles, so concerns are already there, aren't there? Brett Wooderson's someone that we looked at before, but he's not showing high in the reports now, I don't think. Glenn Law, 29, 5'6". High distance coding, sprints, high scoring, passive shooting. Seems to cover a lot of area. 8 goals. All of which are penalties though, so let's not look at that too much. Chris Gallagher's got a whole load of double digits on him. Surely he's got to be good enough, right? 350 quid. I mean, determination, teamwork, technique. He's got everything we need. Like, surely he's got to be up there, right? Evening, Callum. How are you, buddy? Welcome in, my man. If you are not following Callum, why not? Why not, everyone? Make sure you do go and drop the boy a follow. We love him to bits. He did a fantastic job on his FM playoffs debut last week. So, yeah, go and show the man some love. Hope life's treating you well, though, Callum. How's your blue rup save going on? I'm sure I've pronounced it right. I have pronounced it right, haven't I? Alex Holder. Friend of Noddy. Oggy. Oggy. He only got a 7. His worst performance was a 5.8. He got 10 assists the year he left. He got 1, then he got 3. He's been playing at the top level. Do we go for Oggy? Oggy! Oh, Mrs. J there. Oh, Mrs. J says that Callum smashed the playoffs. Thought it was great. There's the one. There's the ringing endorsement. I mean, I'd be interested to see Oggy come in. Fringe player. Might have just been able to get Oggy. That could be interesting. Cowan? should we get the band back together? Literally. Lots of blocks, fewer clearances, inaccurate passing, lots of tackles but strong. He won 19 of his 22 tackles. I'm a huge fan of getting bands back together. I mean, Callum, if that's the thing, then I think that's something we need to look at. Acceleration, fitness. That's the thing he's got. He's got bits and pieces, hasn't he? I think we need to look and see what the options are, because I want to get this guy in. I mean, this Gallagher looks all right. Can't bring him until May. Until the end, that's fine. Taggart's not an option. Doherty's not an option. Yeah, Mrs. J is absolutely right. You will definitely be back in. Definitely be back in. I expect you to be crushing it again. Conor McCloskey, 34. He's going to be a bit too old. Shea Crosker, he's probably not going to be good enough for us, unfortunately. Shayna Forster. Lost 10 tackles. 9 assists, though. Lots of crosses, accurate, lots of dribbles, frequently fouled, fewer passes but high assister, fewer passes and accurate passing. Ooh. Okay. That is interesting. Just not good enough. Is he not good enough, though? We don't know enough about him just yet. he's going to get a lot of crosses, 30, maybe 30 next year though. I'll have a think. Let's get a bit more info about it and then we'll work it out. But Scout Forster, yeah, I've got the scouts on him. We'll see what they're saying. Obviously, of course, we are potentially in the situation where whatever we look at now, we might still have to go out and get players on loan on top of this. So we're not necessarily scouting first teamers at this point. There might be first teamers now, but they might end up dropping to backups very quickly. Cornel Delaney, for example, dribbling's not great, but crossing's decent, acceleration's decent, determination's decent, work rate's decent. Formerly of Crew. Get you scouted actually, because you might be half decent as well. On Taggart, 13 for dribbling, 12 for acceleration, only 6 for vision. I've been playing 3rd division football. Formerly at Portadown. Matthew McWilliams comes up again. Tackling's not very good. Ryan McKay. Ryan McKay doesn't look too bad. Scout him a bit. He's on the shortlist actually. Michael Ruddy, 32. Dean Curry we know isn't good enough. Matthew Henry, of course, was at Banbridge with us. Fletcher, decent enough. And the thing is, do we want to build a team of 30-year-olds? I know it's like a really stupid thing to say. Essentially, we just need to build a team that's going to get us out of the division, don't we? So maybe it is going to be 30-year-olds. And then strikers. Mark McCabe. He's been getting goals all over the place. 101 in 203. 231, sorry. Joe Tully. 15 goals. James Holland. 13 goals this season. Probably not staying long term, so it doesn't matter how old the players are. There is that. And I think I need to remember that as well. I think I'm obviously looking at this. This save is good for me because it's making me having to think more short term than always going like for that long term approach, which is kind of like what I'm used to doing. So I'm always like, well, you know, maybe like these guys will be good in a couple of years. Whereas now I'm like, they need to be good now. Like we have to just get these guys in, get them scoring, and then we can leave. Ethan Simpson, what about Belfast City? C+. Evans and DJ, yeah. We're looking obviously just the players who are out of contract first of all. Jack Sharvin's a bit out of contract. We're not doing that. Kieran Evans, see what we can see there. I think he'll still be out on loan, won't he? So we'll not be able to do anything at this point. And then DJ is going to cost us money as well. The thing as well though is that DJ is going to look pretty bad. 2 stars. Yeah. 18 goals though for DJ. I mean, that's pretty impressive, right? Let's see what the director of football can come up with, shall we? Max Clueth. 525 quid. I mean, 20 grand. He's come from the same stock as Dolby. Ashton Fox. I mean, again, he looks like he could be half decent, but 500 quid. I assume DJ is also a skilled desk jockey at weekends. Is he available for hire? And to be fair, that's the only reason we bought him, is because he's a disc jockey, Callum. He actually plays for Salford in real life, and we came across him this way, where basically we asked for the assistant manager to sort of like try and recommend us some players, and he recommended DJ Pedro, and we went, well, we're going to sign him. We knew nothing about him, right? And it was deadline day, so we thought, let's just put him for him, see what's what. He was like a zero contract. He just left Salford, and we signed him, and he was brilliant. He was genuinely brilliant. Like, his stats aren't amazing. He aren't amazing, but he totally does what we wanted for him, you know. So, and then we did the same with a guy called Toby Crawford from Hartlepool. Andy found us a guy called Donovan Purrington, which is probably one of the finest names you're ever going to come across in football. Jay Williams looks kind of handy, doesn't he? I've just paid 750 quid to scout him, and he's on 1,300 quid. We're not going to get him. Nothing better than a great name delivering. Exactly. Like, it's poetic in a sense, you know. Noah Watson, can't imagine he'll want to come. Joe Maguire, 30 from Manchester. Nathan Giblin, nothing for the minute, thank you. Central midfielders, Jake O'Shea, Ben Kershaw, 22 years old, 6'2". Teamwork, vision, tackling, work rate. I quite like that, to be honest. I quite like that level of that mix of being tall and possibly being decent. Nothing else, just going, he might be tall, he might be decent, we don't know. Last season I saw a Canadian player called Neil O'Neill. Oh, of course you're signing Neil O'Neill. Of course you are. There's literally no way that you're not doing that, right? Gotta be done. Oh, Darren Brown, very close to being obviously Darren Brown, yeah. Josh Scott from South Shields. Can you recommend us a striker? Who have you got? Aaron Lupaulo Obai. And Rajo, you've been at Kettering. What's this guy like? If you want to force some names and jobs, you'll have to whisper at me, Jord. We'll take a look at it. Aaron Lupaulo. Five goals in 30 something. Mudu Fall. Oh, now we're talking. 6'5", 23 from the Gambia. First touch 12 to 20. Strength 10 to 18. Hello, Mudu Fall. I mean, there's no chance. Actually, he's got his English as well, so he will get a work permit. Danny Parish, you look too boring. Too boring, Danny Parish. Sorry. You had me at 6'5", 100%. Callum, you're like myself. It's just like, is that a big, tall player? Yes, it is, yeah. I will have the big, tall gentleman, thank you very much. Lewis Dean. Doesn't look too bad, actually. He's been back up at Warren Point, so he's not actually been the starter. Brett Long at Dumbarton. Right, okay. So we've got some potentials. If we can get these players in on trial, we'll be able to see what we've got. Kershaw doesn't want to come in on a trial. Fall does, though. Get in. Lupalo does. Chris Gallagher's come in. Okay, excellent. Right, let's have a little look here then. Okay, so apparently Lupalo, sorry, could be a first teamer. Right. File, regular starter, good Premier League player. I mean, this 6'5", he basically he's the backup to Dolby, isn't he? (6'5", 23, 15 goals for Worthing, 12 for Gosport, 18 for Gosport, formerly of West Brom. And Gallagher could be a one as well. Decent Premier League play. Yeah, we need to get him in. If he's Premier League quality, then get him in now. How much is he going to cost? Right, if you can do 300. Right. £5,000 wages, £2,900 transfer budget. So that money's either going to go towards paying for Curran, or we're going to put it back into, trying to use it for wage budgets. That's not pennies. We were at Banbridge, we were on 800 quid. That was our wage budget. So right now, we're in the money. I feel like Shane McMahon right now. Yeah. Right, let's save it as the end of season so that I can do the me sort of like me post end of season review then. So disappointed with Malado, really? His wages too high. That's really interesting. Dougie Wilson, very disappointed. Mainly had to give him a player a wage that's too high for his. I mean, hey, come on now, right? Dolby, players' budget is too high for his wages. Come on. They're disappointed they achieved mid-table. Well, so am I, but I joined halfway through, so I can't take all the blame. Sponsorships down. Canate's shirt's been selling. Interesting. Anderson, Stedman, Greenlee, Dolby. So a lot of these players aren't going to be there next season. Fans play the season. McDonald not going to be there. Signing of the season, Malado, who, as we said there, is disappointing. Goal of the season, James Knowles, top goal scorer, Curran with 12. Toulouse got 5 assists. Yeah, I think we're pretty decent, right? Yeah, it's all right. We're good. Right, let me save this now. Okay, so that's Bristol EOS 4. And then we have to save it again as S5, just so it means that I can start getting the videos put together, you see, for YouTube. So that's how I have to split it up. So we know where we're going to go. So let's do this then. So we've lost 39 followers. I have followed them on Twitter, so it must have been 40 followers. But we've mainly lost Fairweather fans and gained core supporters. So that's good. They're all like hardcores now. They're like, yeah, give us a bit more Portadown, please, thank you. All the Fairweather fans have been like, no, not being a Portadown fan anymore. Okay, fine. Expectations then. Reach the playoffs for next season. That's the expectation, okay? Let's accept. It's going to be fine. Have we got any decent new gen left backs or left wings? Not really, but we'll see what's what. I'm about to upset everybody though, because I'm about to tell them that we're going to have to try and go in for the playoffs at this point. We will do the rename actually in a second, Rajo. Let's do that. Push for the playoffs. They're happy. Good. Here we go. More people saying, get me Portadown there. Yes. Up the down. That's what they probably say, we think. So, right, let's have a look then. Left back for you. Jonathan Wilson is a left back who may or may not play. We don't know. Who's Daniel Topley? 16. He might play. Maybe. So that's an option. Or left midfield, as you say. David McDade. George Devine. Possibly. Louis McGrath. I mean, Louis McGrath's going to get game time, right? I guess. You can take Devine. Okay, nice. What's your what's the name we're going with? Billy Barnbrack. yeah, of course. Why not? Why not? Billy Barnbrack. There we go. Done. I'm not even gonna. I don't even know where Billy Barnbrack comes from, but I like it. I do like it. Can't not like it, right? Continue the food related theme, of course. Yeah. Right, so Barnbrack's a Northern Irish delicacy. Well, aren't you just the best, Raggio? Aren't you just the best? I think Stedman might get another game, another season, you know. I think we might give him another go. Harry Anderson, we've said, can go. We've got him set for release, haven't we? Jonah Mitchell, we've said, can go. Rory McKenna, backup goalkeeper, he can go. O'Sheen Conate. Transfer listed, no one's coming in for him. Greenlee's already gone and we got $7,000 for him. Yeah, we're literally starting again, aren't we? We're literally starting again. That's fine, don't worry. It's going to be fine. It's going to be fine. We'll just keep adding everyone in there. $2,000 for DJ Pedro. Our transfer budget's 2.9. I don't think Pedro is the one. I'm afraid. I think Mudu Fall could be. I think he could be an interesting one to come in. £600. Oh dear. It was all looking so good. It was all looking good until he wanted £600. And then we had to back out a little bit. Oggy's in. Got Oggy back. And Chris Gallagher's in as well. So there we go. So that's two central midfielders locked in. Okay, that's good. Okay, Chris Gallagher's definitely through, then that's good. Oggy's going to come in as well, which we're happy about. And we might have to let go. Thing is, I don't want to just let everybody leave and then be like, right, now what? Because obviously that is a worry, you know. Got the Gallagher brothers locked in to play centre midfielders. There's only one Gallagher, unfortunately. We've got one Gallagher. We've got Chris. Chris has come in. He's a former Portadown lad as well, actually. I think. Is he? No. Oh, yeah, it's Gallagher. Yes, Chris and Oggy. That's right, yeah. Two Gallaghers. Can't believe they don't want him to come back in. Right, how much is Curran going to cost? Doesn't have an agent, obviously. Of course he doesn't. Trying to get the other trialists from Kettering. We'll have to go back. I think we'll have lost it now because obviously unless we put them on the loan on the Dan Quick. Hartlepool lad. It's what can possibly go wrong? Hartlepool player. Clearly. Gotta be perfect. Jack Grant. Ryan Wombwell. Play everywhere across the back. Lupalo, yeah. He looks reasonable, doesn't he? Danny Parrish we had a look at, obviously, and James Taylor at Stoke. He's wanted by Glen Torrens, so that's a decent sign. Good balance, reasonable acceleration. Needs to work on his dribbling. Needs to be more consistent. Needs some game intelligence. But could be a player. Okay. Chance it was too late. Is he definitely worth it though? Do we think? His off the ball's not great. His off the ball's like 3 to 8. His teamwork could be on the low side as well. His finishing's not brilliant. It's 10 to 5. His composure's reasonable. He's only scored 5 goals for Kettering. You know? He could play as a winger, maybe. I don't think he's a striker. I think he probably plays as a wide forward. Do you know what I mean? Like he maybe plays as part of a 3. I mean, is he going to finish the ball? If Dolby knocks it down, is he going to score? Work rate's fine. Teamwork's fine. That's what we've been doing. We've been doing the free transfers for player traits. We're still waiting to get them scouted in. Raggio. Really take a fringe deal. He's only valued $1.5 as well. It's not a lot, is it? He wants to be a star player. Nah, I think we hold off for now. I think we hold off. This is the thing. I think this season's got to be like every player we go for has to be like deliberate. You know, it's got to be the right player. Because we've kind of really only got one shot at getting promoted, I think. Because if we don't, then we're out of a job, I think. Soup's the backup. Ben Purvis, Sam Anderson. Who's listed for loan? See if Alex Hernandez is available. From Kingstonian. 23. McDowell's not a bad shout, actually. Yeah. That's better. 12 to 18. That's better. 28 goals in 43 games. That's good. He's got nothing. Acceleration. Heading. Can't really jump, to be honest. Let's see what you're saying. 18 for you and Kettering. Okay. That's enough. That's enough goals, as far as I'm concerned. 18, definitely enough goals. Where's that Welsh boy that just brought him through there? So, Clewith. What do we think of this guy? 525 quid, 6'3". Do we try and get him on loan? Clewith is class, get him a regular starter. Right, let's wait until his contract's out then, and we'll go for him. This Hanks fella is scoring very highly. Lack of determination can hinder him in certain situations. Find it difficult to adapt to the core group. Lack of strength means he should be getting in the gym. Could do with being a bit more consistent. But squad comparison for a right back. Let's see what it looks like. Can we move on to centre back? Premier League player, Premier quality player. I mean, has he got a bit of something about him? Right back, centre back, defensive mid. Hensford wants to leave. Crazy Dutch goalkeeper. Is that an option? Handling 5. Oh dear, oh dear. Brian Neeson's still an option as well, mind. Even his eccentricity, he's still an option for me. Dean. Left backs. Maybe we keep our eye on Weatherup actually this year. McGuinness. He's playing intermediate level, isn't he? I think centre midfielders we're probably settled for now. Callum Ferris from Dollingstown. He's out of contract in January. Okay, McDowell. 13 for finishing, 12 for acceleration, 5'10", 20 years old. (15 and 53). In the reserves. So it could be. Who was the midfielder we had on loan? On trial, sorry. You can have a look at trials, can't you? Trials, there we go. That's him, Lewis Johnson. Because he might, if he's maybe interested in doing something, he might be handy. Cuts inside from the right wing, quick, crossing's okay, flair's fine, work rate's fine. 22, 6 foot tall. Right, so we can't get Hanks in, we can't get Cleworth in. We can get Hernandez and McDowell in though. On trial, so McDowell we know about, okay. Johnson could be good enough. Hernandez, fringe player apparently. Okay. You say he got goals for you, yeah? Larn want $2,000 for Curran. I mean, we pay it, right? We just pay it. Hernandez could be a decent backup. He could turn out to be a little bargain, to be honest. Let's hang fire though, because if there's an option we can get Curran, I'd rather put all the wages there first. Curran only wants a fringe player contract. I think we might have done it. We might have just got Curran in. And that's pretty decent, man. 12 and 17. Determination. 5'11". If we could end up on a situation where we can get some players that might actually still be with us next season as well, that'll be incredible, right? Connor Dysart. Excellent signing, apparently. 5'11", 3.5 stars. Communication's good, handling's okay. He rushes out a lot. Needs to be more consistent. Still on the short list. So do we think then? Do we think that Hernandez is going to accept something relatively cheap in terms of wages? Do you think, or is he going to want? Is he going to want a lot? Can be weird when crossing, doesn't matter. Doesn't feel comfortable playing in big matches. He's a mercenary squad player. He only has 120. £100? Is that reasonable? Johnson wants 650. Doesn't feel comfortable. It's nowhere near as bad as Dreads. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, 825 now. Right, Johnson's not happening. Okay. All right, Johnson's too expensive, so we can't get him in. So that means we still need a right midfielder. So strikers, we think we've got now. Curran's in. Yes. I mean, they're probably going to say that everyone's probably going to kick off being like, oh, you've paid £2,000 for a player who's a fringe player, apparently. But that is, I think that's a good bit of business for us, isn't it? Getting him in. Right, how much is this lad going to cost? Curran's worth 8 times that. Oh, 100%. 100%. Like, he's already worth it, you know what I mean? Like, he's done everything we need. Like, he's basically got us to where we are. You know? End of the day, Curran scores, so he's worth it. Exactly. That's the thing. You know? Like, he's just worth his weight in gold, simply. Yeah, we haven't got 600 quid for you, I'm afraid. Cleworth. So it might have to be Hanks. So let's cancel these guys who are on trial, because we're not going to keep them. We don't want to bloat the squad out. Right, what is the current emote? What's the current emote look like then? What do we design for that? I think we need one now, don't we? Now he's definitely here, officially. Does it just have to be Curran? Could be that, right? Right, so up front, dried fruit like a currant. Maybe. Wait. What we done? Look at the youth intake. Oh, did you not see it earlier? Right. It's not brilliant. The youth intake this year. It's fine. I mean, this guy's got potential, right? A lot of potential. But we might struggle to put him in straight away. You know? Because his marking's not brilliant. His tackling needs improvement. But he's 15, right? So he's, you know, he could do the job, right? Yeah. Craig Mullen, central midfielder. 6'3" at 15 is decent, isn't it? Yeah. Again, he might be handy. 5'7", 16 years old. Kind of got what he needs. Passing's good. Leadership's good. Technique's good. First touch is good. Tries long range passes, which is nice. Inconsistency is a bit of a worry, Rajul, yeah, but he's 15. He's 15. Like, hopefully that we can coach a bit of consistency into him. You know, that's what we need to hope for. Yeah, we can coach that into him, I reckon. Fairly slow as well. That's also a bit of a problem, but you know, he might be all right. He might pick himself up a bit. And then of course we've got Billy Barnbrack, who is Rajul's rename for Mr. Divine. Acceleration, free kick taken, bravery. So yeah, not bad. And then we've got Tyler Murray, who looks a little bit like Robbie Savage. Probably looks like Robbie Savage as a centre back, to be honest. He's not brilliant. He's not dreadful though. And then Calvin Hassan, 15 years old again. Not really much going on there for him. Mark Brown, decent crossing, decent acceleration, strength of 1, so it's not brilliant. 16 years old, he might improve, but not really expecting them to be doing too much, to be honest. Hassan looks okay, could be trained up in a few years' time. He could be. I mean, it's going to depend on his determination, isn't it? First sign, and I mean, it is 11, so you know there is a bit of scope for him. Yeah, there's a bit of scope for him, but I think he's going to get to be a Premier level defender. I have my doubts. Jonathan Wilson, again, really good mentals for a 16-year-old. Technicals obviously need to improve, but tackling's good. Marking's not bad. You know, he could be a backup player. You can't win anything with kids. You say that, Zetha. You say that. It sounds a lot like that's what we're going to try and do now. You know, teamwork, technique, work rate, the holy trilogy, perfect. We don't need to win anything with kids anyway. We've got Curran and we've got Oggy back. You can win with things with kids, exactly. Oh, Hernandez has committed his future to Kingstonian, so there you go. Mercenary, you're right. Okay, terminate his trial then. Off you go. Hanks has agreed to join. Scott Pollock. Who's Scott Pollock? From Dorking. He looks decent. I think we're a bit stacked in midfield. Would he come on loan? No. Unfortunately not. So Hanks is signed as well. Okay, so Hanks, Curran. Yo, Nickelodeon, how are you? Welcome in. So what we've got there. So Oggie's coming in midfield. Oggie, Gallagher, Soup. I used to play for Hashtag, did he? I see. Devlin was an option. Who was the Devlin that we looked at? Oh, Daniel Devlin. I mean, how can you be a 4.5 star centre back at this point? Is he that good? Terrific signing, apparently. Appreciate that, Dan. Thank you. Tendency not to properly fulfill his marking duties and dreads playing in big matches. How is that a terrific signing? But then again, leading championship level player. Who's the other defender that we looked at that we thought might have been an option? Weatherup's out of contract later on down the line, so we'll maybe go there for him later. But there was someone else we looked at one and we thought, actually, he's maybe not too bad. McCune? Wasn't McCune, was it? That was Mullen, wasn't it? Yeah, Mullen, who plays everywhere. I mean, is Mullen a shout? Because he does plays everywhere across the back, doesn't he? Jumping reach isn't brilliant, of course, I'll grant you that. Right? Positioning's fine. Marking's not brilliant either. But he's played very, very well this season. And he's got Premiership experience. How much is he going to cost? Prefers to play centre half. That's maybe a worry though. 350 is the most we can go to. We can get him in on 350. Or did we prefer James Williams? 1,300 quid. We don't prefer James Williams at all. James Williams is not really good enough for us. Aaron Walsh, 6'4", jumping reach. He's played in the third division though. Jordan Campbell. Actually, Jordan Campbell's not bad. And maybe he's not. Mullen could be good. That then gives us something else at the back. Literally gives us a position everywhere. And then I suppose after that, we just kind of like add a few loans in now to the gaps. Callum Ferris, the same go for. Formerly of Portadown. Look at all the goals he scored. Not going to let him go though. Left back, a goalkeeper and a winger. Yeah. Just those key those key positions. I mean, a left back we've got is Tolo, so at least we've got a first choice left back. We need a backup left back. We need a first choice centre back and a first choice winger, really, for both sides, I think. Soup can play left midfield, but I think there's probably better players out there. Mullins in then. That's good. Look at George Burrows. Let's have a look at George Burrows, shall we? I mean, we signed 8 players in January, so we're getting used to bringing lots of players in. George Burrows at Coventry. That looks good. I like the look at that. Mullins gives us versatility at the back. Actually, he looks better than I thought. He gives us options, you know. Yeah, because he could play fullback if needs be, easily. Like, we could just go, right, you know what, stick him at fullback. He's not going to play centre half. Stick him there. He could play. We could. I'm not saying we are going to do it, but we could play a 3 at the back, and he'd look good in a 3. You know? So yeah, he's an option. He's a good player. Rio Dyer from Barry, 5'5", 22 years old. 4 goals, 5 assists. Formerly of Hull. Let's take a little look. And Gabby Rogers. I'll be real to you that you lot are doing us a lot of favours, yeah? I think we're doing all right here, aren't we? Between us, we're getting there. It's a team game. This Football Manager lark. It's not just one of us. Gabby Rogers looks all right. He's only just joined Ebbsfleet though. So yeah, so I think financially we're probably back up to the top now. So yeah, I think we're almost maxed out. Okay, trials can happen. Rogers and Burrows can happen. Rogers fringe player apparently, but he's versatile, isn't he? Okay. Gabby Rogers seems interesting. And Burrows seems very interesting. 6'2". He's better than the attributes look. Nice. Well, let's see what Rogers' wages are going to look like. Because he could be. Hits a belt and free kick, does he? Inability to make the right decision at the right time when the player's lack of intelligence. I mean, that's worrying though. That's worrying. Who loves big matches? George Burrows loves big matches. Yes, he does. 6'2", 23 years old. Nice. Okay, so do we have to free up some more money then to get these guys in? So Knowles is going to go. He's retiring. So that's 275 quid back in the wage budget. We can release Annett. We can release Upton. He's not getting paid actually. We can release Stedman, I guess. Jonah Mitchell, I think we've already agreed to release, yeah. So So yeah, so some of these guys, yeah, we can release Connate as well. There's another 400 quid back in. So yeah, we'll see what happens. We might still lose a couple of players yet. I mean, this could be an absolute squad rebuild that we've just done already. 10 contracts expire, it says there, and it says we're bringing loads of players in. Stedman, they're saying try and retain. Connate, they're saying release because he's got no, he doesn't want to stay. So if he doesn't want to stay, then I guess we just set for release, right? Let him go. Yeah, Connate can go then. If he doesn't want to stay, let him go, right? Stedman at least tried. What's he on? 350. Important player. Regular starter, maybe. We managed to shave 100 quid off his wages as well. Right. What I'm going to do, I'm going to release the other guys then. So Annet's going to go as well, because he was also kicking off saying that he didn't want to stay. Played 5 games, so he can go. Upton can be a question mark, I guess. See what he thinks. And yeah, then let's see if Burrows fancies it. $200 for Burrows. And what's this Rogers boy saying? Fringe player? 425. We may have hit someone here, I think. Liam Jessup. Oh, 6-month deal. No. I've ballsed it up. It was going so well. It was going so well. Right, I'm going to have to withdraw that bid then, because we can't only have a 6-month deal. That's not going to work. I'm not doing that. But yes, Gabby Rogers could be a find. So 7 expiring contracts, and it's gone. Joe Burgess from midfield, 750 quid. Don't need him. Hanks, he's in. Worry about these scouting jobs later. 10 loan deal ends. 10 loan deals. Brilliant. We haven't even touched the loan market at this point. So 7th was a new low for the club. It's fine. We can push on. John McGovern, there's a player. Actually, there's a player. Maybe another striker. Tom McCallum didn't play. Yeah, soz about that. Burrows is in. Austin Robinson, keep loaning at the club. I mean, we'd like to, but Can we? No, can't. McDonald's, keep the player at the club. Would like to, but can't. Yes, United City FM. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. Welcome in. We're not quite covering the graveyard shift just yet. We're I think we're getting towards the end. We're wrapping up. We think we've done a pretty good job of rebuilding in the off season. So these are the players that are leaving. Okay, these are all the players that we've had on loan that are leaving this year. We've got to replace them. And we've done that with what we think is probably a good enough amount of players. What's that transfer list notification? Which one? On the social feed or the news? Where am I looking? I was all Newry, wasn't it? There was Newry something. McKendry commits new contract. Yeah, McKendry's there. Oh, in the inbox. On transfer list notification. Oh, no, Watson, yeah. Too expensive. 725 quid. Looks good. Looks very, very good. But yeah, not something we can sign, unfortunately. Yeah, no, it's been good. It's been good, Kev, to be honest. And also as well, I need to say that I listened to the Patreon episode of FMT today. Very good. Very, very good again. Very good again. Big fan, of course. Jared Story. You might be our right winger. Mightn't you? You could be. Hello, Z. How are you, buddy? Welcome in. Pleasure to see everyone. Welcome. How's the stream? Formerly of Portadown as well. He's going to come full circle. Look at that. That'll be a lovely bit of narrative right there, wasn't it? Welcome in, everyone from Badlit, by the way. Welcome into the stream. This is the British Steel Challenge, where we're attempting, rather foolishly, to try and win 33 trophies, which is everything to win in England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. French Bertie's in as well. Bonsoir, Bertie. Hope you're well. Yeah, we're having a good stream, thank you, Z. It's been pretty nice. It's just been a full sort of like chilled out recruitment drive tonight. To be honest, we've refocused on everything. Loads of players have obviously gone out on loan, so their loans have finished. So we're now having to sort of like repackage everything pretty much. Okay. He looks like he might be decent. Could be exciting. Ben Purvis looks good. Purvis, I think. Where was he? I'm not convinced. Not convinced. He's also had a very, very bad time in the Champions League, clearly, and also in the County Shield. So, does this include the title of each league and the playoffs? Yeah. So basically, if you win the playoffs, that counts as a title, or if you get promoted, that counts as a title. So you have to obviously start unemployed with no badges, no qualifications, anything like that, and then just apply for whatever and just try and get as far as you can, essentially. We started unemployed. We got to Banbridge Town in the 3rd Division of Northern Irish football. We were there for 3.5 years. In the first year, we sort of like held our own. We just sort of like didn't get relegated, which is what we need to do. Survived relegation on the last day of the season. The following season, we got promoted via the playoffs and won a cup. Excellent. However, there's 4 cups to win in Northern Ireland, and there's also all these cups are regionalised as well, so you need to essentially be 4 teams in Northern Ireland in Division 3 to win everything, so that's quite tricky. As I say, got ourselves promoted to the Championship, got ourselves stabilised in the first season, didn't get relegated, finished mid-table. Fourth season, we were sat there going, right, let's have a crack on, try and build ourselves up, knowing that we needed to really win something last season. But it didn't happen. We were just sort of got knocked out of the cups, and we were like thinking, right, we're not going to win the league, we're not going to get promoted. So the option was, well, what do we do? Like, do we hang fire? Do we move on? And Portadown had been relegated from the Premier League into the Championship. And we thought, right, they're the biggest club in the league. They're currently sat 10th out of 12. Could we turn that around? Yes, I thought we could, to be honest. So this is where we took them from 10th to 7th. Banbridge obviously then slipped down to 8th. So we did turn the club around. We lost 2 games in the league since we took over. So there and there, and it could have been a great sort of like team to build on at that point. But of course, the whole thing with pretty much anything at this level is that it's all 1-year contracts and loans. So unfortunately, we've now got to rebuild the team in the summer, and that's what we've done. So we've re-signed Conal Curran, who was our absolute talisman last season. We had him on loan from Larne, and he was basically our top scorer, and we brought him in January. So we've had to pay $2,000 to keep him. 12 goals in 13 games. We've paid $2,000 to make sure he stays. So we've put our money where our mouths are and went, right, that's the guy. He's the one. So fingers crossed that works. But yeah, we can hopefully do a bit of rebuilding. Hope everyone's sort of like ready for next season, and then push on, because we need to win. We need to get in the playoffs basically next year. Otherwise we're out of a job, really. Yeah, but yeah, if everyone, if you're interested in this sort of save, then feel free to drop a follow on it. I'm just going to top a bit of water up as well, actually, while we do this. Also as well, yeah, let me know who you guys are managing your saves as well, because it's always interesting to find out who people are managing and what your setups are. Something quite strange about me negotiating the contract of the director of football, isn't it? You're like, right, okay, I'll keep your contract, thank you. Z's in Poland managing Gornik. It's hard. Yeah, all that stuff's fun though, man. Like, you need to be going out there and doing all that sort of stuff. So those sorts of things where we looked at last year and thought, do Bulgaria or something. I was like, shall we do it? Yeah, why not? Didn't get around to it, unfortunately, sadly. So Knowles is out of contract, and Knowles is going to retire as well. So sadly, we're going to have to release him, which is quite sad. We've not been at the club long enough, but we know that he's a long-standing member of the club. So John McAllister doesn't want to stay. That's fine. So we're going to have to get a coach, reserves manager. £80, £80. Yeah, we managed to re-sign a player who was sort of like not sure if he was going to stay or not, but we managed to renegotiate his contract, and we saved £100 on it. So Because the only other option was he was getting released. You know. We might actually be able to do another coaching badge. Actually, that's not a bad shout. Fans are saying this last spell was average with those goals and games numbers. Sack the fans. Yeah. To be fair, they were a bit pissed off, weren't they? Like, oh, this is a really, really good signing. He's our signing of the season. Do you like him? No, not really. Right, so there was that, wasn't it? You know. But that's just football fans, isn't it? What do football fans know? Nothing. No, I'll stick around and even let you save money on my contract. Yeah, he's all for the club. He's all for the club. Like, I sold him the vision. I said, like, if you're going to stay, you're going to have to, like, I can only let you stay on less money. And he's went, that seems reasonable. James McMullen, he's not going to be good enough. Right, we can release you. Sorry, James. Davey can't try it. Davey! 275. Gonna have to meet me at 275, Davey, otherwise it ain't gonna happen, right? Good. Igor Klemenko. Where have you been sitting? So Harry Anderson's gone, Jonah Mitchell's gone, McKenna's gone, Konaté's gone. They're all out the door. Also, as well, the club just signed Darren Gibson for us. He's the under-18s coach. Just went, oh, do you want Darren Gibson? I was like, well, not really, but he's here now. It seems rude to tell him that he's not needed. But yeah, well, certainly can't tell him to his face, that's for certain. Right, who's Jared Story wanted by Ballymena? Right, let's get him in quick as we can then. Actually, you know what, right, fine, if he wants 250, he's going to get another club coming in after him as well. Let's get him in. Yeah, Gibson was a good player, but don't let him drive is probably something that we'd say. Peter Mullen has left his role as assistant manager. Does this change your job? Yeah, it does. It means I need an assistant manager now. You know? Idiot, what's he going? Why's the assistant manager going and leaving? Right, let's see who we can get, shall we? Who are we thinking is going to be the most ridiculous manager that we can get in? Right, do we think we're going to get someone daft? Asking to do coaching badges. We have only got one season left of this job, mine, so personal start coaching course. That'll take us up to our B license. So be interesting to see what they decide. Sadly, loads of players are leaving now, so all of our loanees are gone. So Calderwood's gone, Shatoyo is sadly gone. You know, it's a shame. McCallum's gone, didn't really play him. Johnny Madhead's gone, we need to get him back. Where's Tweedle's gone? Tweedy's gone. Steve McDonald's gone. Nah, I can't even get them back. And Austin Robinson's gone as well. So that's a shame. Hey, we've got some money in the bank though now. We're up to 32 grand in. Kings Lynn and Crusaders have made a bid for Story, so yeah, we might be missing out on him, sadly. We can then, James McMullen has failed to secure a professional contract and has left. Alright, fine. Northern Ireland players go. Ollie Bassett. Did you leave Coleraine, did you? Oh, Ollie Bassett. Let's have a look at you, shall we? James Singleton. Chris Shields, 35. Singleton doesn't look too bad, actually. He's from Glen Torrance, so he's going to have some experience. Robbie McDade. Striker / midfielder. Linfield. That works. Get everyone in. Ollie Shaw. I mean, that's a hell of a sign. If someone like that comes off, that's a great sign, right? Isn't that the guy that you convinced me to get on at Sunderland, Rogie? Ollie Webber, get you in on trial as well, because we do need a goalkeeper. Philip Lowry, 36. Jordan Forsyth, 35. Conor McCloskey. .34, but good crossing and good technique. No. And we're repaying a loan as well. Brilliant. Ollie Shaw doesn't want to come on trial. It's probably Kilmarnock. It probably is. It is him. Doesn't want to come. McDade doesn't want to come. Singles doesn't want to come. Bassett doesn't want to come. Webber doesn't want to come. Fine. The board is disappointed about the dressing room atmosphere and the lack of support for you in the squad. I mean, that's because it was all full of players who didn't like us, who wanted to leave. Oh, we're going to get our National B licence. Okay. That's exciting. I've made several of the players unhappy. Why have I made several of the players unhappy? It's nothing to do with me, surely. I turned up to a team where everyone was upset because they'd already been relegated. Everyone tried to force a move. I let them leave. There's only 3 players left at the minute because they've still not left. So, it's not my fault, right? Jack Donnelly looks fairly decent. Scout that match, I reckon. You got Limavady to pay for your A license, then left two days later. Ooh, I mean that's brutal, right? That's brutal. But you know, that's what you need to do, I suppose. At the end of the day, you need to do that. Got to think about yourself, haven't you? Move on. Vuka, appreciate the follow. Very kind. Thank you for that. Coyce Chalmers. A great name, isn't it? Up the Vuka. Yeah. Great name. Appreciate you. So we should be just clicking through. We should get some of our players coming through now, and we can start to have a look at what the squad's going to look like as we go through. Stephen Aitchison is a possible assistant manager. Likes a 4-2-3-1. Nah. Under 18s manager. I think we've already got an under 18s manager, haven't we? Ryan Wade, you're currently stuck with at 400 quid. Alright, okay, can't get him moved, can you not? Fine. Don't want him then. Alright, Aitchison wants to be an under 18s manager. I think we've already got an under 18s manager, haven't we? Under 18s. Yeah, Marsden. Let's walk away from that then. Very meh. Alright, okay. We don't need meh. That's not what we want, is it? We want, oh my god. What a bargain. That's what we want. That's what we want. Still looking for scouts. We can wait for scouts. We need an assistant managers first. So we'll withdraw that from. Can we take you off the short list? Can't actually. Fine. No problem. Jared Story's gone to King's Lane. Never mind. Never mind. Right, so we still need a winger. Still need a goalkeeper. Francis McCaffrey is an option. That's Danny Blanchard Stadium. Jamie Johnson. He looks handy, man, doesn't he? Is he going to cost money? No, he's not. Jim McDonough, 30 years old, 5'6", former Cliftonville. Good crossing. Could be an option. Portadown's linked with Phil Watson. And running as Marley. I'm not convinced by either of those players. Right, so 4 players in, as you can see so far. So Soup, B- for Soup. That's pretty good. I was expecting them to like absolutely boo these guys off out the pitch, just like boo. But no, they're happy with Soup. Mullins a B-. Very happy about that. Where's Trevor Carson these days? I don't know, him and Scott Carson, goalkeeping coach, unemployed. Trying his best to look like Stone Cold Steve Austin by the looks of it. Yeah, unemployed, I'm afraid. Oggy, they're saying they're not expecting him to do much, but I think he's a good player. Oggy, we'll get him in, and then Chris Gallagher, a B- as well. So Hartlepool's finest at one point. If he plays from Hartlepool, then he has to play for us at some point. That's kind of the rules. So we'll put him there. We'll put Oggy there. Dougie Wilson's there. So right midfield still needs to be filled in, obviously. Centre half at the minute is Mullen with Larkin. We do need another centre half. Burrows, sorry, is going to be the guy in it. Burrows goes in there. Larkin's going to go on the bench. At the minute, it's Neil Shields in goal, but we need a better goalkeeper, I think. Still need a right winger. Do we go back in for Gabby Rogers yet? No. Team's looking all right. I think. This guy, George Burrows, he's going to be a handy signing, I think. So Chris Gallagher, central midfielder. We can even put him there. In fact, Dougie Wilson actually looks a bit better, played a bit higher. Peter Crouch could be an assistant manager. I don't think he's going to... I don't think we're going to get anywhere near that. Season preview. And so this is last season when we joined. We're expected to win the league quite comfortably. I think they're going to expect us to win the league again. So yeah, 1 to 91. Is that the Dundela goalkeeper Neil Shields? I think it is actually. Thing is though, he was injured all last season. Yeah, Dundela's keeper. He was injured all last season, and he obviously kicked off about it. I want to leave. I was like, mate, you've snapped your ACL. Like, what do you want me to do at this point? I can't sort of like, can't sell you. No one wants to buy you. So yeah, so we struggled a bit to move him out. So Wes Greenley's gone. He cost us. Yeah, we got $7,000 for him. Mike King. Where do we think we can strengthen? Midfield right, because we don't got one. But apart from that, though, I think I'm relatively happy with what we've got so far. I think we've got a decent setup. I think we've bought well. I think the players that we've brought in have improved us, and because of that, I'm a bit more confident. I'm confident of a decent run next year. But what we're going to do is we're going to pass it over to someone else, actually, because I've got a bit of stuff we need to sort out with these, because the next thing we try and do is going to have to be our final decision. So I want to sort of like have a bit of a think about this, get those last couple of players in that we need. So we're probably going to come back on, I might come back tomorrow. We'll see. Either tomorrow or definitely Wednesday. Let's see who's around. I might want some people to come and have a look and hang out. Where are we going to go? What's this guy saying? I think as well, obviously we're going to try and look for someone that's got something that's a bit interesting on the stream as well. Don't want to go straight to like, oh, here's Man City or here's Juventus. Yeah, we don't want to watch that, do we? Alex Rogers, appreciate the follow, by the way. That's very kind indeed. Love how as soon as you get Conference League football, everyone's suddenly willing to sign for you. Yes, would you? Absolutely. That's the thing. It's like the second you get that, they're all over you, aren't they? It's like, yes, please. Let's come and join in. We're going to have a quick little nosy at... There must be someone who's got something interesting on there, is there? I mean, we could go and see. I'm trying to like sort of not to jump into someone who's got a load of like things. So there's a guy here, right? Palmer. Let's go and watch some Italian football. Okay, go and give this guy some love, right? Appreciate you all being in. Been lovely to see you. Take care. Appreciate the raids as well and the follows. We will see you potentially tomorrow for some more transfer dealings. If not, see you on Wednesday. All the best. Bye now.
FM, thank you so much. Thank you so much for that raid. Thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you for the raid. Thank much. Thank you, thank you. It is the man with the best sauce on Twitch. Links, you must be friends with Smokier to say that. You must know Smokier. How's my save going? Oh my god, I can't believe it, Tony. Tony, I cannot believe how it's going. Thank you for the follow. Thank you so much. How is my save going? Dude, look at this. Look at this. This is our second season. Our first season in Serie A. Wow, thank you for the follows, guys. Thank you for the follows, guys. Look at this. I'm like in disbelief, okay? We just beat Napoli 2-0. Thank you, Roshi. Rosario. Thank you so much for the follow. I cannot, but I'm just sitting here in disbelief, okay? We just beat Napoli 2-0. They were second in the league. Calling me Ghostface. See you, buddy. See you in a bit. But yeah, we're top of the league right now. We just got promoted. We signed like 20 players. We're supposed to fight against relegation, obviously. And now we're just sitting top of the league. And it's going crazy. We're getting so lucky. We've been so lucky. Yeah, what can I say? We've been getting lucky. We got second top goal scorer in the league, top performer in the league, second top assister in the league. I'm just sitting here and I just can't believe that we're top right now. It's crazy. We're looking at bringing in one more player, one or two more players just to try and push for a Champions League spot now. Maybe push to win the league, but I can't get over it. Thank you so much again for the raid, Tony. Oh man, this guy's always getting injured. I mean, I know he's not got an injury, he's got a virus, but we can never seem to keep him fit. He either gets suspended or... We took a big chance on getting him too, buying him at the age of 30. Don't normally buy 30-year-olds, but we signed a 32-year-old and we signed a 31-year-old. And having a few issues with him. A lot of wages for this guy. He'd be a good free centre-back. He'd be a good grab, but I think 58k a week is a bit much for us. $32 in Italy is like 19 in every other country. Look at our striker, Tony. This is my striker. I bought him for $1.5 million, okay? He is second top goal scorer in Serie A. We have a poll right now to see who thought he would score more than 15 in the league. He scored 11 in 13 appearances, 2 assists, 3 player of the matches, best performer in the league right now. But yeah, you're right. 32 is 19 in Italy. 32 is 19 in Italy. I can't believe it. I'd have signed more 30-year-olds if I knew. Look at this fullback. Look at this fullback. God damn, look at this guy. Wow. Do you know this guy? Have you ever seen this guy before? Enzo Diaz. I mean, he's got 11 decisions. He's not got the best mentals of all time. I'm blinded by the aggression. But look at this guy. I like this guy, for sure. My type of left back. My type of left back, I like him. He's going on the list, he's cool. I like Boller. Boller for free, looks good. Good backup for free. What about this left back? He looks kind of nice too. He's on the transfer list, huh? He's on the transfer list. This guy might be a good option. I don't want another slow winger. I've got a lot of slow wingers. I need a fast winger. I need a good fast winger. Good fast winger, and then that's about it. A good fast left winger. Anyone know a good fast left winger that would play for Parma in season 2? Considering we're top of the league. Yeah, he plays for our rival. He plays for Bologna. He plays for Bologna. Bologna are our rivals. He's a bit out of our price range. Bit out of our price range. I've known this guy for a long time. Is he? He looks high as hell now. Has he got, what do you call it? Wonky eyes a little bit. Not going to hold that against him. Just, I'll hold it. If he was cheap, he'd be signed. If he was cheap, he would be signed. This is the winger that I want. I want this guy. This is my top target right now. I just don't have the money for him in this window. I was looking at Wanderson, but the game's bugging and won't let me offer him a contract. This guy's left-footed winger who's not that good, but we looked at a couple wingers. We definitely looked at a couple wingers. What do you think to this guy? Let me have a look at my scout reports. What are your thoughts on this guy for a 6-month loan?